Where's the chat? All right. What's this fucking saying? Need to watch my language. All right, here comes some secrets. Waiting for the experts to hop in. Jaybird, where you at? He's always, man, he calls me. Secrets, waiting for the expert. I'm unavailable and vice versa. All right, let me go through this whole process of slowly. Right. Now nobody wants to answer. I'm just sitting here with my thumb at my ass. Ain't that a bitch? I guess I'll just talk to myself. I'll do that all the time anyways. All right. Wait for a couple people to hop in here. If anybody's got any questions or wants to hop on this live, now's the time to speak or forever hold your peace. Where's it at here? Where's that window tint? There we go. All right, we got somebody in the building. If these windows open up. There we go.
Still missing.
He's about to get cussed out real quick.
About time, bro. Hey, we're calling everybody out. Jaybird.
Yeah, Jaybird, it's nothing but bullshit with you, bro. What the fuck? We don't want to hear about you eating a burrito or shitting it out. Let's see. I shared it in the mobile group. Pretty much every other group that's available to me right now. And you, I guess. There's where the hell? James Elwood. I'm gonna call you by your government name. No excuse.
No excuse.
I listed. You got to have a catchy headline. This is 5 window tinting secrets they're keeping from us, and we already talked about where to buy a tint brush for what, 1/6 of the price. So we'll move on past that. If they haven't figured that out by now, we got to pray for them.
I got something better than a tint brush anyway.
All right. We can talk about that one tool where you can scrape the bottom of the back window if there's a third door or the third brake light. The back window.
No, I have.
That's a good one.
And I have a tool that's legitimately better than the tint brush. Like you
Let
can
me fix this.
Dude, I filmed a video with my meta lenses today of like,
you did?
Big fucking bubbles, boldly going over them with this tool. No fucking issues, and it gets most of the water out. You can do everything in one pass. You don't need a tint brush.
Well, you got it. You got it with you.
I agree.
Or close by, because I can't. Oh well, okay. Jaybird said he's getting in here.
Yeah, let me go get my bag of tricks.
All right. How do I see reframe? How do I view this in? I don't want to. Let me see. I don't know why my tile's so damn big. All right, yeah, let's see. Fuck, host controls. Share their screen, send chat message, turn microphone. Jaybird lied to us. Okay, anyone can dial in. There we go. I got more options now. I just don't know why my screen is way bigger, dude. I don't want that. Go back. No, I don't want to do all that. Oh, can I do a green screen? I should be able to do something with my green screen. Did this fucking work? Hell yeah. I don't know why I can't use the green screen I already got. Oh, hold up. Add your own personal backgrounds. There we go. We had the Bat Cave on here. I think Jaybird's full of shit again. Jaybird, what the fuck, dude? He's nothing but an untrustworthy liar. JB is his nickname, or just bullshitting. JB for just bullshitting. Here, I was talking shit about him. Whoops. Sorry.
Good time.
I'm back. Come in. Did that other guy come in?
Where's your video at, bro? What's wrong with you, man? You act like this is your... There, finally. Shit. Turn the light on. You're scaring me. You look like Michael Myers in the dark. All I see is a white face. All right, we got to get serious.
See 2 eyeballs.
There you go.
2 white eyeballs and yellow teeth.
That's what I'm talking about.
How come this app is darker than a while ago? I was a lot brighter.
Because you're in complete darkness. I don't know why my screen is so damn big.
I'm not. I was sitting in that same spot, bro, a while ago, and it was lighter. You know what I mean?
All right, so what are we talking about here? 5 secrets. So while you were taking a shit, Jaybird, what's his name? Jeremy Jonathan's got a tool or something he's about to show us, dude. This is at least 5 window tinting secrets they're keeping from us.
I filmed the video. I'm gonna upload them now, so you actually see it in action.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if anybody's coming on for the coaching advice. I DM'd a few guys back, but we'll see.
It's pretty late. They're probably getting drunk. Good for them.
It's a Friday night or whatever. But okay, so this looks crazy, right? But tell me, have you guys ever seen this?
Let me see it. Oh, a huge ass squeegee. I've seen somebody with one of them on the wall, dude. What the hell? Where'd you get that at?
This thing is amazing, bro. 44tools.com. Okay, so I don't even like all of Fusion Tools squeegees, to be honest. Like, they're good squeegees. They just don't last compared to like.
You like that one dude's, right?
They don't last.
Yeah. Well, I like Rodney's because they last longer. Period.
Right.
These are good squeegees.
I still need a box of them.
Long. But nobody makes anything like this.
That huge ass thing.
Flexible. Look how flexible this shit is. Okay, and it's so wide.
That's a red one. Is that the red extractor?
It's a red Fusion.
Damn, I need that.
It doesn't act like a Fusion because it's so flexible. Oh my god, this thing on back windows is a dream. You can use it like a tint brush, as in you don't have to flatten shit out. You can boldly go over shit that would normally crease with a normal squeegee. This shit does not crease.
Interesting. How much was that bad boy? Like $30 bucks?
So that's the only downside of that. That thing, I think the squeegee alone is like $35.
That's what I was saying. But you gotta think it's like 4 of them in one.
You know what you know where you could get $35 if you
sell your tint brush?
One of these, you just spend $5, and then you take your extra $35 and you buy one of these, and then you have both.
Fuck yeah, dude. No, I was gonna say if somebody bought the tint brush and wanted to make some money, just sell it and buy you a fucking $5 one from Amazon. There's fucking, what is that? 35 bucks.
This thing's legit. It doesn't scratch. Like, yeah, it
Where'd you get that from?
I don't need it.
Amazon?
This
44 tools.
Amazon.com. This one's 44tools.com.
Right, yeah. I was talking about that green brush, dude.
Oh, the green brush.
Now there's some
Amazon.com.
Right. I like that handle. I like that handle better because the $40 was not bad, but there's one on it. It's whatever grip that you like. Some people like holding their pencil like this. Some people hold it like that. My second grade teacher, Miss Johnson, held it like that, like that. So it's whatever preference, whatever grip you like. Some people hold the pistol.
I get a little flicky.
Right. Now, me and Jaybird were talking earlier about Rock Rose cheap film. Yeah, I think it's the best film to practice with, but we need to figure out how. You know what they say? A lot of these films all come from the same place. I've been hearing Garware.
Okay, so so a lot of like the polyethylene probably comes from the same place, but like as far as like the adhesives and the dyes and all that, like a lot of that is sourced from different places. That
really
vary from company to company. Yeah.
What I heard, you could go to Garware and get film made, but they'll skimp on the glue and the scratch coat and all in the dye and all that. They'll skimp on it. And it's still coming out of that factory, but they're skimping when they're producing it.
Gotcha. See, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell polyethylene is. Swear to God.
That's the plastic itself.
Oh, really? Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. It's like clear plastic before they put dye in it and shit.
Gotcha. What? So what are
So
some
you
of the
can
group, real
skimp
quick?
on
What are
it,
some of the
depending-
groups?
Basically, the
depending
main
what
part
you
of
want
the
to
tip.
pay.
Huh?
Oh, the fuck up. What just happened?
They could when they're ordering it, they could skimp on what they're ordering. You know what I mean?
True.
Or they could just
They're
get
like-
like the raw materials and put it all together themselves. I'm
No,
sure
no,
there's a lot of
but
companies that do that.
depending on what they're paying Guardware or East or whatever they're Eastman or Guardware, they're like, how much do you want to spend on this and how much, you know what I mean? They're not always
Gotcha.
yeah, they're not always building the best film out of that place, so you can't say it's all Guardware. It's all for you. What? How did they design it before they made it? You know, when the company was ordering it.
That's a
maybe
fact. I didn't
maybe
even know that
these five
existed. Huh?
maybe this 5 companies said I want the best and I want to do this and I want high tech and Solar Effects wants to do this and Reno wants to do this. So I don't know where Reno's made, but like
Me neither.
but you get what I'm saying, like these 5 companies, they're like, okay, well I want to keep up with this and this other one comes in there like, well I'm gonna sell my own brand, but I want this other glue and you could do it. It's built different in the same factory, is what I'm saying.
So
And so I don't know how those ones on Amazon, maybe they're built with the cheapest stuff, because I put a piece on the other day for a visor strip and the guy came back, he was peeling and I peeled it off and it came off with glue and everything. No glue stuck to the
I've seen that
windshield.
before, dude. What? Yeah. Did you peel it right? No heat gun, nothing. Or a steamer, I mean.
No.
Is that what you're
So
talking
he
about?
went to go clean his he went to go clean his window and he had a corner of the visor strip and he says, hey, what do I do? My visor strip's peeling. What do I do about this? I said, what you do is you come over here at 1 o'clock and you get it fixed for free. And I put him some ceramic 5 on the visor. But I said, what you
Really?
do is you come over here and get it fixed for free. And I knew what film it was and I peeled it off like that. And it was 5% from, it was T-View
T-View.
from Amazon.
Really?
Yeah, and it peeled off glue and all. So I was like,
Shit.
not
Hey, easy cleanup.
maybe
I didn't.
easy cleanup. Maybe I used too much soap, or I don't know. I just don't know glue stuck to the window.
Wow.
Some
I've seen-
tint just comes off that way. I do a lot of R&Rs. There's a lot of tint, like and it could have been on there for 2 years. It's like
Yeah,
I
they
don't know if that makes it any better or worse.
Avery was like that, and that's cool for like when you have to redo something. They said
Yeah,
Avery or something was like that, glue and all. So you got to redo it next week or in 5 years. You're not dealing with no glue.
which is nice. Like
Yeah.
every time that happens, I'm like, oh, thank you, God. Like,
Yeah, no heat gun, no nothing. It just peels off. Sometimes you just hit it with the heat gun on outside.
and sometimes it's been on there for, like you said, 4 or 5 years, and like it still has its color too. That's the interesting part. Like, it's not even like faded or
So the way
discoloring.
it's made, the glue's sticking to the tint more than the window, right?
It's got to be.
That's
But it
gotta be.
sticks to the window good enough to stick for 5 years.
Exactly.
You know? Like,
It's not like
which
it's
is
not like a
crazy.
cling, or it's not like a peeled or a cling.
No. Yeah. It's not like a static cling or anything. It comes off almost like a static cling, though. It's almost scary.
Almost makes you want to just use that film on your own, all your stuff, in case you have any redos on your own stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully you don't have that many redos. That's
Now, any redo I got is when if there's like a little hair or a little crease or somebody, very rarely they got their nose on the fucking glass, hoping to find something. You know what I mean? I don't know about you all, but
you know
every now and then there's a hair that I didn't see.
That reminds me of something. Jay Bird and I were talking earlier. So we were talking about that little trick, right? Where somebody wants a deal, but you still want to land the customer. So let's say your price is $800. You tell them, well, they want 50 off, right? So you tell them, well, normally my price is $850, so I'll do it for $800. You still get your $800, right? That little trick, we've talked about that, right?
Go higher, lower, yeah.
I realized something because I pulled that trick last week, and sure enough, worst customer, absolute
Really?
worst customer.
No matter if 50 off or 100 off, it's just the off is the point.
Damn.
Yeah, if somebody's expecting a discount, they are they do not they have no like respect for you. Like it's just like I would never have somebody come work on my truck and detail it in the sun and be like, oh, can I give you less money
After you're doing all that
like
shit.
Yeah, even if they work it out to where I'm really paying the same cost, like the audacity, it just says a lot about you. And like
That's
this
kind of rude,
guy
bro.
was the absolute worst, and I knew it. Part of my brain was like, you can do this and still land it, and get your total value out of it, which I did. I regretted it. I literally like, dude.
It's a
anybody
learning
that looks
experience,
for a
bro.
discount,
It's a learning experience. Now you see that sometimes they don't realize, but they're showing you who they are, man. And that's not necessarily a bad or a good. That's just how they are. They don't see the value. It's, maybe they are being disrespectful. I would take it as that. How I wouldn't. It's like, what the fuck? I'm coming to you. What do you think?
I watched him interact with a few other people. That's just how he is with like
Right.
everybody. But also, it's like you're trying to avoid those people. Like they're just not pleasant to do work for. He actually wanted me to do a bunch of paint correction on his car, and thank God, dude, I acted so disinterested because I was going to give him a price. I was going to tell him just get it repainted because like my price is way too. Like I didn't want to work for him. I was like, there's no amount of money.
No.
Dude, there's just certain people. So like, yeah, big red flag. If somebody is asking you for a discount, like you'll regret it more times than not. Sometimes you won't, but most times you probably will. You should probably just avoid that customer at all costs.
We should have named this the psychology of tint and sales, because you ever get the person like, hey man, can you do my windows? Can you do it today? Oh, I was looking for it today. And it's like, man, they're gonna be bugging you every 30 minutes or every hour, and they want discounts. It's like the psychology of like Luke the other day was fighting with somebody. They didn't want to leave him the keys or somebody. It's like the psychology. They said,
what you're saying right now is right. Like the mental. Let me ask you that.
The mental psychology of tint sales and customers.
We got to figure out now.
Dealing with customers.
Let me ask you this. Okay. I heard this. I want y'all to answer this because y'all have way more experience than I have. Customer told me today, she said her dad told me to I said, so how'd you find out about me? I always ask them. That way I know which avenue's working. She said, well, I saw your reviews on Google. She said, my dad told me to go to a different place because he went to a place in Lexington, which is like one of the biggest cities around here. And she told me it was Precision Window. I put names on shit. Precision Window Tint. And they needed to correct this bad behavior. This is bad business. He went there, and after a month, the window tint started bubbling. You know what they told him? You can come bring it back, and we'll fix it, but we're having to charge you to fix it. Have you ever heard of some shit like that? It's their fault the film failed, and they're going to charge them to redo it because it's a film failure.
For the removal too? That's diabolical. Yes,
Precision Tint in Lexington, Kentucky. Have y'all ever heard of some shit like that? And would y'all charge a customer? Listen, you know what I do? And I give the customer a card because I feel bad. They spent time out of their day to come to me. They spent gas. They could have had something else to do. And if it's my mistake or even a film failure, I don't want them, because guess what? That company now knows that I know. God knows they're going to tell everybody their experience. So have y'all ever heard of that? And how would you handle it if it's a film failure or there's a hair in it or something that don't look good that you fucked up on? Not picky, but something that was
okay.
One time, real quick. One time I was trying different films. We all do, and I did a car. I must have done 8 cars out of the roll or whatever, and only one came back, and it was completely purple, like in 6 months. And it was a '95 Thunderbird, that one old curvy back window one.
Yeah.
And he came back. He says, my film turned purple. This and that. I said, bring it back for no charge at all. Took all the film off, put the other film I was using, and guy rolled around for years with a nice film. Free.
But okay, free. Yeah. Now, why would you not charge him? Why didn't you charge him?
Because I was experimenting with films, and that's my bad if I was
using a
cheaper film.
Even if it's the film manufacturer. What do you think, Jeremy? You ever heard of that, or do you think that's a cool thing to do?
I think it's very bold, right? Because we live in the day and age where anybody could just screenshot you having the audacity to be like, I'm going to charge you to remove the job I did and redo it a month later. Like,
put it everywhere.
Bro, if somebody screenshots that and puts that up on the review as a consumer, if I see that,
bro, Bro,
I'm gonna use
You're
this
killing
as
your
an instrument
business.
all night.
I'm gonna see
There's
how
too
many
much-
reviews they got.
That's bold. That's bold. That's a very bold move. So personally, no, I would never do that. And then as far as like a customer goes, right? Like dust and stuff like that. Well, it's simple for me, right? If I think I can do it better, or if I think I can redo it better, I'll redo it. If I think I could redo it better and up to their expectations, I'll redo it. If I look at if they're being way too picky.
Yeah, we're
And-
talking about
and
something
that-
that's not good, like bubbles, or like not picky.
Okay, yeah, bubbles. Oh,
Like
obvious
if it
stuff,
failed,
hands
or there's a
down,
hair in it,
broken.
something that you know is bad.
I don't
fix it one
even
way.
question it. I remove it, redo it. Cost of doing business, it's
Yes.
this much.
And plus,
don't
it's
even
you fucked
think
up.
about it. It's your time. You're really just being
$5.
lazy if you don't take care of that.
I tell everybody.
It's really just your time.
that side window is going to cost you $5. I say $3 to $5, bro. Come
A
on.
bad
this
review will cost you so much more than the $5 in film it costs you to fix a window.
This
Even
place
if
in
it's
question,
$8, $7.
this place in question has 164 reviews and a nice 4.8. That's doing shit like that.
Wow.
Okay, so I do have a little anecdote. For whatever reason,
That's crazy.
people like that get away with that, and I know because I have a picture somewhere in my archives of.
I'm gonna ask him
I
a
can't tell
question.
you the amount of times I've removed 3M window film, and it still has the 3M printed on it, right? And it's always purple. It's always adhesive failure. It's always the same shit. Like
That's some
and
thin
one-
shit, man. That's like less
Yeah.
than one ply.
one of the largest shops in Orlando. It's in downtown Orlando. They're called Proton. I'll call people out too.
Yeah, put a name on it, dude. Quit being all scared like Austin Cook. Dude, it's like, oh, they don't want them to call. Hey, you should call out the good and call out the bad.
Yeah. Well,
What the
it's a
fuck, dude?
little
This is
old lady.
dishonest. This is rude. They need to fix
Yeah.
this. That's how I think.
It was a little old lady, probably on fixed income. I'm the one fixing it, and I'm like, and she told me who did it. I thought they were reputable. I was like, "Ma'am, did you ask them to do this under warranty?" She said, "Yeah, they said they weren't gonna fix it." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Wow." I'm like, "Did you leave a review?" She's like, I didn't feel like doing that. That's why they get away with it, because there's a lot of people like, I don't feel like leaving a review. That's why
and they're afraid of confrontation, even though that person's in the wrong. Some more,
Watch this. What do most people do? Like you go to, it's just like this. You go to a restaurant, you sit down in a Mexican restaurant, steakhouse, whatever, and you go sitting there. Service is bad, food is bad. We sit there, we eat half of it, whatever, and we leave, and we just never go back. And when somebody asks about it, we'll tell them I'll never go there and this and that. But we mostly like you just brought something up. Like we mostly just like we'll never go back. But we never like nowadays you can put reviews in area. But we mostly just will not like she will not go back. Her dad will not go back to that place whether they wrote a bad review on them or not. So they just stay away.
I'm confirming this right now. I don't know if y'all are looking on your phones, but I've got the actual thing split screen. I'm asking them because what if that, I can't assume. This is the worst thing a person could do, is assume everything they hear is true. I have no reason to think she's lying. You know what I mean? But neither did anyone that listened to Amber Heard when she said Johnny Depp did all that shit. I've had people lie on me. So I'm going to confirm this. That's why I like to get 3 people in the room. Who said it? Who heard it? If it's about me, we're getting all 3 of y'all in here. Yeah. So I'm asking them, hey, right now I'm contacting them. Is it true that your company charges for redos if the film fails?
In the circumstance of the place I called out, she named a specific 3M shop, and there's no way she would have known that unless it was true. So
how in the hell does 3M sell that film? Oh, just name branding their tape and all that. Was how do they sell that thin film?
It's literally all, bro. I could show you picture after picture of removals I've done where 3M is still printed on it. And I'm like, it's so.
What's up with that crystalline that they had, the high $1,000 roll stuff? Is that still around or no?
I believe people still use it. I saw somebody mention they tinted. I got to do an EV Denali next week, and we're talking about doing the sunroof on that. By the way, those are new, and if you're tinting those, a little research on that. You need a 43-inch roll at least. Yeah, they're laminated, so I'm gonna put like a ceramic 35. I don't want to go darker than that, even though the customer wants darker. But
43-inch roll sideways or what?
Or yeah, it's. Well, at the minimum, it's 43. I'm gonna get a 48-inch roll and split it down all weird. But yeah, that's what you want to do for those. That's gonna be fun. I don't know if I'm gonna roll it sideways or I don't know, figure it out. I think I'm gonna have to roll it. I think I'm gonna have to roll it kind of like a Model 3, kind of like along the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to me, this is like, when a reporter uncovers a real bad story, like I don't know if y'all have seen the movie Spotlight about the in Boston, Massachusetts, where all those priests were, I got to watch what I say, doing bad things to kids, specifically boys. Like if nobody says nothing, that's an extreme example. But if nobody like asks them a question and get them on record, the shit keeps happening. If you don't speak up about bad shit, now am I the asshole? This is it. This is on your side of the street, Jeremy. There's a shop in Florida, and that was on one of my last videos. They're telling people with the Dodge Charger they can only get ceramic tint dealer recommended. They will put nothing on it.
In Orlando?
Yeah, no, we're not Orlando. It's I'll look it up. I mean, he said it live on fucking, and right after that, I called a dealer. They said, no, I called a tint shop here. They said, you can put, no, chargers aren't specifically for what? I said, that's what I'm saying. They're telling people that, bro. I don't know if he's willingly lying or someone told him that. I'm going to call him tomorrow or that shop on Monday off camera and be like, bro, why are you lying to people? This is, or either you don't know. What if someone told him that? We got to fix, I want to fix this behavior.
Wait, here's another idea though. Have you thought of maybe calling up and asking a different model and seeing if they say the same shit for that?
No, I did. I said, well, how much? I got a 2011 Malibu. And you know what they told me? I wouldn't even put ceramic tint on that. They talked me out of it. Yeah, dude, the whole call is when I did that cold call in fucking window.
That's the weirdest pitch I've ever heard. The Charger must have ceramic. The Malibu, I wouldn't even do that.
But I just did a 2005 Corolla today with ceramic, $450 job. I'm thinking this dude had like 400 something reviews, 4.8. And he's telling people, he's talking them out of ceramic for older vehicles. He said, yeah. And I said, should I put ceramic on a 2011? He said, nah, I wouldn't worry about it. There goes an extra $200-300.
That's crazy.
Dude, I'm telling everybody.
You were saying you called the shop and they only offered you dyed, right? Because that 2011 Malibu too?
They said you shouldn't even. It's a waste of time to put ceramic on an old car.
No. That other shop, they told you $335 for the sides in the back, and then you said that you had to ask them, "Do you have ceramic?"
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sean's company. They didn't even offer me. Hey. Let me ask you this. Both of y'all, whenever someone calls, do you even tell them that you have ceramic, or you don't even tell them you have ceramic?
100%, yeah.
Or do you wait for them to ask? None of the companies told me that they had ceramic tint unless I asked them.
If we're talking about prices, I basically start off by letting them know, like, I carry carbon film and a ceramic film.
Yeah.
The prices I'm giving you are good for any shade, because there's two reasons I'm telling them that. One, trying to ease their mind and get ahead of the question, right? And also I'm letting them know when you're price shopping, so when you call other shops, now it's in your head. Wait, is that price good for any shade? Because a lot of shops around me will upcharge. They'll basically say, "Oh, that price you gave you was 20%, good, only for 30% for the whole car." So now they're actually asking, like, "Oh, is that good for any shade?" So that I'll even inform them, like, I don't carry dyed film. Here's why I don't carry dyed film. Make sure you stay away from dyed film,
dude. Right, but I'm saying I still have my notes from yesterday, bro. Calling these places, they and that dude Sean from Window Tint Warriors, I guess he hopped in because I went live, and I'm going from now on live on YouTube in case I get banned again. So I still have all my videos, right? So Sean Tech from Auto Spa, they told me $329 to tint the sides and the back of my Malibu. They didn't tell me if it was dyed, carbon, or regular. He was ready to hang up the phone. He said $329 to tint it. And I don't know if Sean's upset with me, but hey, bro, have you ever seen that TV show called Undercover Boss?
Yeah.
Where the boss goes in and makes sure people are doing shit right? Why do they do that? Why are you not offering people? You're losing money.
You know what popped in my head? I wonder how many upsell them when they get there, because let me tell you.
That's what I was thinking, possibly. I'm not just
Watch this. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, down the road, there's 500 to 600,000 people in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's an hour away from the Santa Fe capital. Here's a story. The guy on a busy street has a $99 tint sign, and he's had it up for 20 years. Okay, so you roll up. This happened to somebody I know, a job I fixed. You roll up and you say, "Is your tint 99?" And he goes, "Oh, $99 is for the cheapest one. Did you want a scratch coat?" Yeah. Good scratch coat, $40. Oh, did you want darker than 50%, 34%? Yeah. I want to go 5%. Oh, that's another $60. We're already at
Okay.
200. Oh, I would like a visor strip. Oh, that's additional 50.
So to get them in the door.
Can you do my sunroof? This is real. Yeah, that'll be another 60. Anyway,
I
it
see
went
nothing
from
wrong with that.
99.
Yeah.
Watch this. But he sucked them in at 99. But the 2-up charges for 5% and scratch coat.
Hold
It's
up. So
$100.
5% cost more, they said?
Yeah. He wanted to charge. I have a friend that does that too. He charges you more for 5.
And he's your friend.
And he's my friend. But Jeremy said that they'll charge you more for 35, more for over 30%. This price. So, okay,
You got to
watch this. Watch this.
Hold up. I'm still stuck on. You're cool with this guy?
You got to charge more for a sunroof. But why are you charging more for 5%? We don't pay. I pay the same amount. 35%, 50%.
Show me where the darker.
Why are you charging more for a scratch coat that already comes on it and a darker shade that we pay the same for?
That's also.
Have you asked him that, Jaybird? Have you asked him that as a man? Have you asked him, like, your buddy, like, bro, like, why are you doing this? I would, if you did some shit like that, Jaybird, I'd be like, what the fuck? What?
Because he wants He got mad at me. He was subcontracting to a guy in my town. And he got
You see where I'm going, Jeremy?
Watch this, though. He got mad at me because I told that guy, I charge $200 a 4-door no matter what. Well, why does Joe Ray charge more for 5%? I said, I don't know. I pay the same price.
Ask
him.
I
charge the same price for.
Ask him. It'd be hard for me to be friends with somebody like that.
He's burning you, I told him, though. He's burning you.
At least you're being honest. It's the fucking truth. If he gets mad at you for telling the truth, don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself for fucking lying.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, lies always find their way out. In my opinion, you don't have to remember nothing if you tell the truth. And lies have.
Okay. If I was paying more for 5%, then I would charge you more.
That's why.
Well, that's why we charge more for ceramic. We pay more for it.
Exactly.
And
I just, like I said, I wasn't trying to. What? My fault.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, if I'm paying the same for 35, go to the site. Go to a tint club. Go to 50%, 40 by 100 is $329 for this ceramic, for this tint club.
Yeah.
50% is $329. 35% is $329. I clicked on all of them. 20 is $329. 15 is $29. 3% is $29, and 5% is $329. So why am I going to pass it for you unless it's a higher ceramic or car? You know what I mean?
I don't like shady businesses, dude. And I want to, like, y'all. I don't know if y'all have seen CoffeeZilla, but he exposes these people getting fucked over. Yeah, keep and hold people accountable.
Yeah,
he holds people accountable. Logan Paul ripping people off. Fucking that one dude that's in prison for that Floyd Bankman scam, or Floyd Bankman.
Yeah.
The crypto dude who ripped. Dude, he made what's that dude? That's in prison. He made Bernie Madoff look like he just stole candy from a baby, dude. He was ripping Tom Brady off. He ripped
even the Hawk Tua girl. He just broke her down, bro. CoffeeZilla is the man.
And like, why are people mad at CoffeeZilla? He's helping people. Help, bro. That's all I'm trying to do is hold these fuckers accountable. I don't like people getting ripped off, dude.
But yeah, I feel like the tin industry needs some CoffeeZillas, but also like you're gonna get some hate. Well, I mean, the only hate you get is really from like the people.
Oh, they'll probably try to sue me, kill me for. People hate when you expose their bullshit because you're fucking up their scam. You better be squeaky clean. I better be squeaky. That's why it's like, go ahead, find something out I'm doing. You can dig up shit from my past, but I'll own it. Yeah, I got a DUI. I went to prison. I'm an alcoholic. So what do you got?
On top of that,
I'm cleaning up.
On top of that, $99 to suck you in for $350. There was hairs on the back windows, bad cuts on the doors. So I didn't redo the whole car. We just redid all the sides. So on top of all that sucking you in, they didn't have a good tinner there.
Say that again, Jay Bird. What'd you say?
He got sucked in from a $99 job to $335, and he still had to call me to fix it.
That's the moral of the story, basically, right?
Wow. So just slop shop.
My thing is, I have no problem with Sean or anyone just telling them, hey, yeah, this is our, but it's like, there's nothing wrong with not offering, just getting them in the door. But it's like $330 for what? Why can't you just say dyed, carbon, or ceramic? Now, I'm not saying you should do it my way. Maybe they're thinking, well, JC, that we just don't offer ceramic on the phone unless they ask. I get that. But it's like, if you're telling them $330 for what?
Mm-hmm.
What type of film? Can you not at least tell them it's our dyed film? Now, some people might not be, their style might not be, we got carbon, dyed, ceramic. I get that. Or just to get you in the door with, yeah, we start off at 100, but it's like for fucking what? Because they're going to go in there thinking they're getting $100 tint job, and it's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting to spend $500. I kind of feel like I wouldn't have drove down here, motherfucker. You know.
Yeah, and that's why I can't pull those maneuvers. Is like the fact that
I'm mad at you.
Somebody's driving to you with a price in their mind. What if all they have is the money that you told them it would cost on the phone, and then you're telling them I need to charge you more for 5% when it doesn't cost you more? And like now this person can't get what 50. They want because you're pulling a scheme of some sort. It's like I don't have the audacity to do that to people. Like, and that's also part of the reason I tell my customers beforehand. I literally in every single I can show you thousands and thousands of texts where I tell them price is good for any shade. Both films come with a lifetime warranty. I get ahead of the ahead of questions, and I make sure they know when they're talking to my competitors. Hey, is this good for any shade? So if my competitors want to pull any shenanigans, like that shit's before they even fucking get there, questions already that they're privy to stuff they wouldn't normally be privy to.
Now, if a customer asks, and another one, I don't know if y'all heard it, but a shop told me that they could not tell me the price to tint a windshield. They would have to text me all their prices. And they could not tell me what the difference between carbon and ceramic was. They would have to text me the prices. I said, how much for the windshield on a 2011 Malibu? This place I only called places with at least hundreds of reviews. The dude said, if you're asking for how much for the windshield, I can't tell you, but I can text you a price list. What's your opinion?
Why couldn't he? I could see if he wanted to tell you in person.
He said, I'll just text you the prices. No, on the phone. I said, well, how much for the windshield? Couldn't tell me. Wouldn't tell me.
Here's the issue with priceless, right? Because I just got done rebuilding the whole back end of my website where you're going to be able to choose every service, add on, etc. Right?
But if somebody calls you on the phone, are you telling them the price or no?
Basically, what I just built was a giant price list, and I don't like price lists. In fact, my price list is higher because there's too many variables I can't account for. So if you want the convenience of booking online, those prices are a little higher. And I would like to know the exact make and model, because what if the windshield we're talking about is a Cybertruck?
Right.
Price list doesn't fucking matter.
Right, but if I tell you, Jeremy, I have a 2011 Chevy Malibu, how much for the sides and the back? And if I want the windshield, would you be able to tell me the price over the phone or no?
100%.
Yeah, but it's like if someone told you all, so it's $300 for the sides and the back, but I can't tell you how much the windshield is over the phone.
Only on a text. That's weird.
That's what happened.
I don't know if he wanted to scare you or what.
It's on audio, bro. I said, so you can't tell me. You can't just tell me on the phone. Nah, I can't. I can't tell you on the phone how much the windshield tint would be on a 2011. I'm not making this up, bro. I'm baffled as you
are.
No,
I don't get it. In person, I could see upsell you, but I don't.
On it's on the video. It's got 2,000 views.
That's crazy.
It's on the group you're in, the mobile window tint. Look up JC. I cold called. Yeah. I thought it was going to be good.
Live. I'll go back and I'll watch the rest. Yeah.
Bro, I encourage you all to do the same. Now, y'all don't have to put the names out if y'all want to be keep them private, which I get, because they might get. Listen, if they did a good, I gave them praise where praise was due. I give them praise, but why not? If you're secret, I would want. Hey, anybody any day could call me and record it, because guess what? When I call that place in Houston, Expel of Houston, this call is being recorded for quality monitoring purposes. When I called DigiCut and when I called fucking Core, this call is being recorded. Why can't I record you?
There you go.
For quality purposes, for whatever. And now I'm not going to record a secret like a private conversation between me and somebody talking about cheating on his wife. Fuck that. I'm not going to put just general fucking.
I mean, anything you do on a business level, you should expect to get public information.
There you
public
go.
Access.
Because anyone can call and ask the price, and anyone can hear you.
Well, that's the stress of running a business or having a job, is you have to put that face on until you go home.
And I think some people, I don't know if
the phone.
Yeah, I think
Like,
Rico's
you
like,
gotta
man, you
be a
should be
little,
putting
like-
people on blast like that. Fuck you mean? I'm not putting out a private conversation we had. And all I'm doing is saying, if you did a good job, bad. I think you need to work on it. Guess what? Like we was talking about before, Jeremy, it's our opinion. We're allowed to have one. If you don't want to hear my commentary, don't watch my fucking video.
But they watch.
Exactly. You're putting them on blast. Don't watch it. If that's your opinion, I'll pray for you. What do you think,
They get
Jay Bird?
thousands of views, but nobody, like, it's like we're saying things that other people are thinking. Like, we're allowed to think that, man.
And we're trying to help. We're saying either do this or don't do this. And we're letting exposing people if they expose themselves. I'm not there trying to catch people. The people ignore. This is when I start giving them praise. This is what they hear.
It looks like he would.
And then all they hear is, I don't like the part where he didn't ask me if I wanted ceramic. But what I did like was whenever I asked him about the removal, he said, the people, that's all people hear. They don't hear any of the fucking praise. There you go, YT Social.
Shit, though. The mind focuses on the negative, bro. Like, you'll see a lot of celebrities that can't handle social media because all they do is like focus on the negative comments, and like they won't even look at comments because.
Yep.
And the thing is, man, comments are usually 90% love, 10% hate.
No, somebody said we're both losers. That's what I'm doing. I'm not fucking with the side. We're on YouTube right now, and I'm looking at the chat. See, if y'all get your phones out, y'all can see this shit. Well, maybe not YouTube.
How many people? Does
they
it
said
show
we're
how many
losers.
people are watching on YouTube?
I had to look. It's on JC Tents. If you could probably look it up. Oh, here we go. We got somebody named. I usually tell customers. See, y'all niggers. Both of y'all are some dirty, lazy, sorry niggers. Get a phone so you can see the comments. Somebody shout out to Baja Polarizo. He said, I usually tell customers approximate prices. Some customers just want an idea of prices. With exact prices, I ask the following. And Baja Tent, I agree. Look, he said, yeah, what car, year, does it have old tent? Where are you located? We are mobile. Exactly.
You want all
good job, bro.
You
It's
want every bit of information that you can get.
Because as soon as you don't ask them if it has 10 on it, you're going to end up like me when I had that fucking car, that Audi that had 10 on it. And I had a car to do 3 hours later. Guess what? Now I'm having to fuck their day up and tell them you got to bring that motherfucker later.
Also,
another.
How do you schedule it without knowing all that stuff? Like,
but see, actually, that wasn't my fault because I was under the impression it didn't have the tent looked good. She said, "Oh yeah, I want it darker. Can you take it off?" Oh fuck yeah, I can. But now it's going to be here all day, and I got to tell the next person. I thought my dad told you that it had tent on it. Nope, sure as fuck didn't. I wish he did. Yeah, I want you to tip my daughter's Audi.
Danger of having a third party book something.
That I learned that from experience. Yep.
Yeah, I learned that after I did. I went way out of my way. I had this customer that wanted the old mirror to smoke transition film.
Oh, I don't even know where to get that.
Yeah,
they used to get that from Mexico.
Yeah, I knew a guy, so he had to literally go dust it off a shelf, and he's like, "It should work," and it looked like it was good.
Bro, so that's nice. Hell yeah!
I went.
It would go silver to black, and then it would fade purple in a few months.
I figured it would, but and I told him that.
That's good.
Mexico tin over here.
You don't want them getting surprised.
They wanted it anyway,
right?
I had but
some people don't care.
The guy's girlfriend was booking it for him, right?
Oh,
and she was a sweet lady. I did a couple cars for her, like no issues, right? And she's like, "Oh, my boyfriend's car," and so she's lining it up. It's dropped off where she lives. It's a removal and retint. Remove it, retint it. Comes out looking dope as shit. I could probably find pictures. I actually, after I got done with it, I was like, when I went to do it, I was like, this is gonna look dumb. When I got done, I was like, that's actually pretty dope.
Did you put the silver on the top?
Silver on I think it was silver on the bottom and then black at the top.
I've never seen that done. That's cool. So is it two different pieces of film?
No, it's one piece, but
transitions.
It's faded like silver on the top to black.
So it's like a 40-inch, or is it like a 20-inch roll that's faded?
24, 20-inch.
It was like I think it was a 24 I had to work.
That's cool, dude. That's neat.
Yeah. I get a call at 10 p.m. from the same lady, and she's like, "Yeah, my boyfriend's really upset because it's not like silver, like it's not." I'm like,
"What does she mean? That's what she asked for, right?"
Yeah, that's what she she asked for, but she's complaining that it's not silver, it's not reflective, and I'm like, I promise you it is. And what's that?
She wanted full silver or that fade?
No, the fade, exactly what she got.
So
And
is she
I was
fucking
like,
colorblind or what?
It was literally just dark, bro. It was literally just nighttime. Like that's literally
No, you're making this up, bro.
Bro, I'm not, bro. It gets crazier, right?
You're fucking with me.
I'm not fucking with you, JC. I swear on everything that's happened, right?
I'm listening. I'm in the kitchen.
I sent her a picture of the car tinted in the daytime. I'm like, you can look at the picture. Clearly, it's silver.
No
There's
way.
a mirror effect.
This is nuts.
And then she's like, no, my boyfriend doesn't see it. He wants to talk to you. So I get on the phone with the guy, right? And he loses his fucking shit, bro. He drops the F-bomb.
Dang.
100 times in 60 seconds. It's not fucking silver. My fucking shit ain't fucking silver.
Oh, he was roid raging out.
Dude, losing his mind, bro. I'm like, bro, pull into a gas station, pull anywhere where there's light, pull another car up to it and shine light at it. You'll see that it's silver. I'm like, that's how colors work. You don't see color without light, dude. And his response, I swear to God, this happened, bro. He's like, it's not fucking silver. It's not fucking silver. Dude, part of me wanted to be like, dude, go fucking fuck yourself. However, I knew that based on how angry he was, if I did that, he's just going to take it out on her. And she was a nice old lady. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, if I piss him off, it's going to go right back to her. And she didn't really deserve any of that. So I was like, sir, I was like, literally, I'm like, it's just sticky paper. It's not that serious. I'm like, I'll come remove it and refund you. And he's like, cool. He's like, that's fine. So
this is so bizarre, dude.
Bro, 8 a.m. the next morning. Oh, he sees it's silver. You don't have to come remove it. I'm not kidding.
Did he apologize at least, bro?
No, he didn't apologize. And the kicker was, she lived on this piece of property with a bunch of other trailers and like a slumlord type of situation. Well, the slumlord wanted me to come out and tint his private car and like his RV. So I'm out there like 3 weeks later doing the RV and her landlord's car. The dude that was yelling at me was 40 feet from me doing concrete work, head down the entire time, would not look at me. Like for 3 hours, dude. He had to work.
That's
crazy.
Knowing
who I was, knowing how he talked to me, and could not even talk the whole 3 hours. Just
instead of looking at you in your eyes like a man and saying, "My mistake, dog. I'm sorry."
Yep.
You know, you would probably have respected him more when he admitted that his mistake. You would have probably, I know you probably would have been like, "Hey, bro, you probably having a bad day." I would have started giving excuses for him. When a motherfucker just looks you in your eyes as a man and says, "My bad," instead of his pride, it's like, dude, we both know that you're in the wrong, that you fucked up. Just say sorry, even if you don't mean it. It's being humble. That's where it's at. God, it's so cringy.
I get along, dude. Honestly, there's a lot of people that I butt heads with, but like, end of the day, they can handle like, man, like respect. We don't have to, there's no fucking world where everybody agrees on everything. But if we can handle like men, like I respect that. Like,
yes.
A lot of people are soft though, and they take shit personal and fuck.
They don't. Yeah,
know, bro.
It's soft, and then they don't want to look bad. I think that's the deeper meaning, insecurity.
Ego.
They don't, their ego, and they don't want to admit that. They don't want to look weak. They don't want to look like, you know what, you were right, I fucked up. Because that's the deeper thing. I know my brother's like that, my ex-girlfriend's like that, a good friend of mine and my mom's like that. We don't talk to no more because they will send their kid to hell to burn for eternity before they admit I fucked up. It's my fault. You were right. It's not about who is right. It's about what is right and what is wrong. Fuck me winning. They think, I'm not going to let you win. I will not accept defeat. That's how they think. I'm not going to let you win. It's not about that, you dumb fuck. That's why Sean from Window Tint Warriors, he will not. I'll write this on my forehead. He will not write a statement or make a video saying, and I'm pulling up the video right now, he will die a slow death before it. This is what I think. He will die a slow and painful death before he makes a video saying, you know what? It's not acceptable to have a fucking light gap on a Dodge Challenger rear window. He will not do it because he does not want to look bad. That's the vibe I'm getting. Because why the fuck is he not?
Why is there? Oh, is it because of the little plastic thing on the bottom? He leaves it like
he took the two fucking panels off, but what, you won't pop the 4 clips back? Why won't? It's like he has. Here's the thing: if he was a nobody, I wouldn't give a fuck.
A lot of people don't know that.
Matt made a video about it. Besides, if you haven't seen Matt's video, when is it ever acceptable to have a light gap?
No,
There was
He knows better than that, dude. He has a
few
following. People
universal
listen to him.
standards. Yeah, there are a few, like,
gotta
there's
quit
not
yelling.
really many universal standards in window tint, but no light gaps is
Bro,
one of them. Yeah,
bro.
people just cut that rubber that don't know, but when you take the seats down, there's just those four plastic clips.
At least cut the
And the
rubber or
decks-
something. I won't. Yeah,
And the,
sorry.
and the I know cutting the rubber is sloppy, but there's those
Better
four
than that.
plastic clips and it pulls back an inch. But they don't know that.
You can
I would
show a
rather you
great
cut the
picture
rubber
right
than
there.
leave a fucking
Also,
light gap.
JC, hey, if we're gonna spin the fucking audience up, we're gonna confront you, JC. This is an intervention.
Good, let's do it. I'm ready.
Jay Bird, you ready?
Here we go.
Yep.
Jay Bird, you know what this is about, right?
Oh yeah, it's about them brake lights.
What's up with them brake lights, JC?
Which ones?
Don't cut around all of them.
Why are you cutting around brake lights, homie?
Because that fucking when they're touching the fucking glass, how am I going to
All
get
of
the
them or
fucking
just few?
squeegee in there, dude? When it's touching
Show
the
them
glass.
the tool you're gonna send them.
Okay, so that thing's that thick. You know how tight it was on that fucking, what was it? That I'm not taking the
No,
rear
some
deck
of them-
out. I want some up, dude. Unless the
I use
customer
it in,
tells
like,
me no, that's my style.
BMW, third brake lights.
Now some of
This
them
will
there
get-
are. Some of them I will slide it like this. What was it? A Camaro? Yeah, the Camaro I don't do it because the fucking gap you can actually fit that in there. I'd like to see you fit that in what is it? A Nissan
this
Altima.
one.
I want to see you fit that in between a
I can
Nissan
do that.
Altima
It'll go
without the
100%.
tent,
100%.
without the tent ripping back up when you go like that, and it comes back
I can
with
do
you. Well,
Yeah,
nigga,
but
you
that-
got
yeah, no,
that's
no,
something
no,
I need to
no.
work. Actually, you know what? You're right. I need to work on that. I'll be humble and say I need to work on that because I've had
An
tent.
intervention, he said.
You're right. That's true.
No,
Because I had
a bulldozer
traumatized from
will
when I
pull
used
back
that
like
and
you're
the whole
talking
tent
about.
ripped up and I had to start over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% a bulldozer will do that. I like you can't use a bulldozer under a brake light because it keeps that tension there. And once it catches the edge of the film on the way up, this doesn't do that. This you basically slide in
I've got
and you
one.
move sideways.
But that's
And
even
it
thicker.
bends. This bend creates the tension on the glass. So when you shove it in there, it rolls flat and it keeps tension and it's really soft. This tool is amazing. I can't do their brake lights without this. You have to have one of these.
So if the brake
send
light
you-
if you can't even slide a piece of computer paper in between there, you're still using that. If this will
Yes.
barely fit, you're
I
using
never cut
that.
around JC, I literally never cut around brake lights. I'll take videos for you.
I
And
believe
I'll
you.
show
Maybe you know
folks.
something I don't. But
Show him like 10 or 15 videos of every car that you do the brake light behind of and to prove it.
I'll make it
sometimes,
serious.
dude, sometimes
I
I can stick
will.
my hand in between the brake light and the glass. Sometimes I can't even stick a piece of paper in there. So how the fuck's that going to fit is my question. Can you fit your penis in a straw hole? No.
Well,
It's not gonna fit,
sometimes-
dude.
Sometimes the rear deck flexes too. You can literally
True,
push
that's
down a
true.
little
That
bit,
is true.
but,
I'm
yeah.
not, yeah.
So
Trust me.
So
Yeah, that's something I would. I don't. Huh?
So hold on. Let's name like one. If you had an old crusty Thunderbird and you didn't want to take it apart and break it, and this car's like a 1995. Yeah, let's cut around.
Yeah,
it,
but with older cars like that,
That's different. Yeah.
360 Spider I turned down the windshield entirely because the dash leather was peeling. I'm like, I'm not gonna
Damn.
make that worse. It's just
Right.
certain classic cars, like it's not worth the money if I fuck that up. Like it's just,
But
there's
look,
no amount of money.
This is a good teach moment right now. Yes, JC, I don't know it all. Even though I'm around guys who've been tinting since before I was born, I am susceptible to feedback. Yes, I need to work on that. And I'm redoing.
I'll tint behind every brake light because it's easier too, and you don't have to get that cut looking nice.
I think it's easier. Yeah,
Man, like I said, maybe
it's
y'all.
easier.
I wish that y'all live right down the road. When I have, it's either a fucking Toyota, a newer Camrys, or the newer Nissan Sentras, Altimas, Maximas. Bro, I can barely stick a fucking piece of paper, but it's touching the fucking glass almost. And I'm like, how the fuck can I squeegee the water out if I can't even get it? I have, that yellow squeegee. It's not even a squeegee. It's like a yellow, and it's like, it's got a long handle on it. I even bought that.
Yeah,
I've got that Titan tool. The Titan tool that's silver with the red grip. I've took that sideways and risked scratching the film, and I couldn't even fit that fucking thing in there sometimes, bro. So I'm thinking, hell, I understand it flexes, but if I can't fit a piece of paper in there, how the fuck am I going to get it in there to even flex flat? Now, you're right. Not all of them, like the Camaro it has that brake light, and they're big enough. So I stuck the whole. I didn't do the cutout, but unless the
See,
customer,
it's easier. It's easier when you don't have to do the cutout. Like, and for me, like the install, like I'll just like I don't know. You just have to learn.
next time I get one where I can't even stick my own business card in there without it getting bunched up. You know, like those seals on the sides on the Audis where you're tucking it in on your 2-stage and it's hidden. Yeah, that's what it's like. It's like, oh, just put like 2 layers of tape in there and cover up the seals. Good luck sticking the film in there. You know, some of people like tape the fucking with they're that tight you can't even, the film barely slides in the seal.
Tape, the thickness
the
of the
tape makes it tighter. It's like going from sticking it in the pink hole and the brown hole. It's a lot tighter.
Mike Sanchez had a video where he put slip solution on some seals.
Who was it? Was it one of y'all?
Kia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it you telling me that, or was it you, Jay Bird, that said just put fucking like just soap on there, straight soap on the seals, like straight baby
Somebody
shampoo?
said straight baby shampoo.
You were telling me that, right?
Sean from Window Tint Warriors, he did that on one and he liked it. He said straight baby shampoo out of the bottle or something.
See, that's what's shocking to me, to both of y'all. It's like Jay Bird. It's like when David Hokeesman tells me, and I'll put it out there as a fact. It's not hiding. It's not like I'm telling you his deepest, dirtiest secret. He cuts slits on the windshields if there's a fucking mirror. He don't take mirrors off. Don't take mirrors off. I said, fuck that. I'm taking mirrors off, bro. I don't like slits. He says, well, and that's the thing. If the customer's okay with it, that's all that matters. No, fuck, I'm not cutting no slit if I don't have to. Fuck that. You have a big line up there. Now, if you're splicing it, that's different. But you got to do that with 2 pieces of film. Are you? And now I'm not saying, well, fuck you, David. Fuck you, you dirty ass shitty tinter. No, it's like, hey, if the customer's cool with it, who am I to fucking say? Like y'all are like, JC, what the fuck are you doing cutting the brake lights out? The customers, they don't. If they say don't do it, if they're like, well, I had one customer say I don't like the brake light. They told me that before. And then one told me that they after it, and I assumed. But it's like, hey, if you don't tell me. I ask them, I do the custom like sun strips. I don't put them in the same spot. I asked them about that, but it's like, hey, I've only had 2 people in 4 years say anything about the cutout. And the only reason I do the cutout is because I've had, man, I got all them fucking tools and I've been in the back and it's like, I can't even fit the tool in there to get the water out on some of them. Not all, but some of them when it's tight.
What kind of cars? What kind of
cars? I just told you. The new Toyota Camrys 2025, the new Nissan Sentras, Altimas, and Maximas. They got that. And it's molded in. You can't take it out.
I can't get around a third brake light. Like usually I can't. I have to pull the whole fucking deck in those. So
and
like,
I'm not doing that.
Old Cadillac CTSs.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh yes.
I don't want to do. I don't want to do.
The carpet's like right on the fucking glass.
Yeah, I'll cut around that. I don't.
Chrysler 200. I had to take the whole rear deck out on a Chrysler 200 when I was doing the removal. The video was on 31T Drink Group, but all the videos are gone now. But it's okay. I'll make more. I had to take the whole rear deck off because the film was coming off in pieces. I had to take the whole deck out on 200. That's one of them. You can't. I wish I knew about that little tool. You got that plastic thing that extends it. That might have helped, but I couldn't get a blade back. Yeah, that thing. I need to buy one of them. That's on the Batman Tint Group.
Yeah, I DM or I got a video of it in action, which I'll put online tomorrow. And I was talking with the guy that created this. He's a cool dude.
Sean Martin, what up? Sean Martin was watching. Yeah, we are a little late though. We might start doing it. Yeah, I do like that. Now, how often do you don't do removals that often, do you, Jeremy?
I do them at least a few times a week.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't say no to them. Like,
well, yeah,
I try to outsource that, but sometimes like there's an art to removal, and if my guys are taking too long to remove, like I will get out there and show them how to do it, lead by example. But
Jay Bird, you're somebody's audio. I hear some shit in the background.
No, I got my headphones in.
Something just stopped. I hear it again now. There's no way it's me.
Hold on.
Is it you? It's you.
Can I mute me? Is it me?
Let me mute mine to see.
I don't hear it no more. Now I hear it. It's fucking Jay Bird because it shows me on the screen the little lines.
Jay Bird.
Jay Bird, it's you, sir. You're the culprit. You're the sabotaging, dude. What's wrong with you, bro?
What do we do? Is it ending? Is it ending maybe or no?
It shows on your Google Meet. If you see these little blue lines, that means who's talking. That's where audio's coming in. And your lines stay blue. Like, don't say nothing. And you see my little lines on the Google Meet? It's in the corner. It's like, I don't know if y'all can see it, but all right. So changing subjects. Oh, we got 2 people watching on YouTube. What up? Whoever this is, let me go check it out. Sometimes they'll show up. Somebody called YT Social said, you are both loser. Well, there's 3 people in here, so I guess they're not talking to one of us. Let's see, what else? Who else is, fuck, I'm going to go here. So the thing is, window tinting secrets they are keeping from everybody. On that topic, what do you think, Jay Bird, a window tinting secret that's hidden? A good one. Or fuck it, change something else, some other topic. You're sitting there quiet because I can see from the reflection of your eyeballs you're on YouPorn.
Who, Jaybird?
I told somebody that one time a while back, like I can see your password that you typed in on your phone. Hell, I see all the reflection in your eyes. They believe me. They're like, how did you do that? Can I do? How do you?
They quickly changed the password.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just kidding, but they believe me. I said, I saw the reflection in your eyes, what you typing in your phone.
So what did they say? People are keeping secrets?
I said that. That's the title of this video. 5 window tinting secrets they're keeping from me because we got to get it catchy to get their attention.
I gave 2. I think I gave 2.
Yeah, you did. All right. Now another one is well, we all know that what they're lying is that they're keeping secrets is that there's one secret that the secret is that you can put other film on chargers. Secret. And secret, another, I've been beating a dead horse. Secret, you can buy the tint, similar to the tint brush on fucking Amazon and save yourself 600% upsell. I thought it was bad. I thought it was bad they were selling those, what are those Dodge
point.
Demons for $200,000? Yep. Now, what do y'all get on the,
I got a secret that you can't learn it in 3 days.
What?
You have to.
Yeah, I often tell people that.
I got an exposed secret. They tell you, give me $1,800 for 3 days, and you can go on and make $100,000 a year. Like you got to value to build a skill.
So I'll be ready to start my own business after 3 days of training. Is that it?
Doctors go to school for 8 to 12 years, 8 to 14 years, 8 to 12 years.
What about lawyers?
How are you going to them too? So how are you going to learn window tinting?
I put a girl through law school.
Now here's the thing. Here's my devil's advocate, Mauricio Chapa. He started to get a shit ton of business, and he didn't really know how to tint that well. Did you know his story? He posted a video saying that he had zero. He was basically, nobody knew who he was on TikTok. He made a video. He really believed it. He said ceramic tint is clear from the inside, but it's dark on the outside. Only ceramic tint. I guess his idea was other tint is dark on the inside too. And he got like 17 million views on TikTok, and people were asking him for tint. So he's like, holy shit. Or it might have been that's part of it, but also he was like, man, I didn't want to have to pay someone to tint, so I learned how to do it. Somebody else told me that too. And it was like, I said, how'd you get started tinting? But what he did was he went to tint school online because he had to hurry up quick. So he did that because he was like, I got it. And he said it's structured and it's quicker than just looking at YouTube. You can ask people questions. Like I got lucky. I was like, I wanted to ask Matt questions in the beginning, but I had to catch his live. And you got 1,000 people asking questions. So I'm going to have to send a super chat to ask him a certain question about shrinking or installing. So the tint class, you get to ask questions like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's benefits to it. But if they're lying to you, like you're saying, false.
$1,800. What kind of value are you providing for $1,800?
It just depends on how much the person wants to go after it too. I mean, they could take more than a year.
Well, $1,800, I think it'll fast forward you time. I think you'll get like a month's worth of experience on your own, and maybe like 3 days, maybe depends on who's training.
How long did it when you started? How long did it take where you could confidently tint a whole 4-door and be happy with it?
4 months, and it took me 7 hours on my first car.
But you're working with a pro though.
I was working fucking watching on YouTube.
Oh, you didn't work with the pro guy, or you just picked up small tips from him?
Yeah, I just watched every video there was all night long.
No, what about that guy? With that guy that just.
Oh, I already knew how to tint. Yeah, I knew how to tint when I met him. He called me asking for help when his wife was sick. I already knew how to tint at that time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is okay. YouTube was before you met him.
Yeah. So yeah, I met Rod just 2 years ago. I've been tinting for about 4. So I met him 2 years, and I worked on like a few tractors with him, some cars. So when I met him, I knew how to tint. He did show me some things, but I knew how to tint.
Okay.
And he told me he had been tinting long as you all, and he was like, JC, yeah, you're pretty good. Now I'm not as good on older vehicles like pre-2000 with rubber seals on those fucking old trucks. But he could do them like nothing. I saw him do a 19 because a buddy of mine, shout out, I don't know if you'll see this, Nathan, he's a good dude. He had a 1989 Firebird with that Corvette old back window with the rubber seal. I said, bro, I tried to shrink it 2 times, couldn't do it. I said, bro, I'm not going through a whole roll of film. Holler at Rod. And Rod, you couldn't see a speck of dirt on it. I saw it.
Damn.
I said, he said he did it one try, no problem. That's how good this fucking dude was. I don't know if he pocket shrunk it, pull shrink it, I don't know, but he's
some of the OGs got those classic cars on lockdown, bro.
They started on shit like that.
More time. I still won't do as good of a job, man. Like it's an experience thing, and you just these days you don't touch those cars enough.
Right before he passed away, someone asked me to tint a 1950 something Chevy Bel Air. I said, fuck, hold, let me call Rod. He was like, heck yeah, I could do that, JC. He would do old shit like that, bro, like it was nothing. Like Jaybird, you learned how to tint back in the day. That you probably grew up on fucking rubber seals and stuff, right? With no border.
85 Chevys. The Jeep Cherokees were all rubber sealed.
Oh yeah, those Cherokees are terrible.
We used to pop the windows out of the F-150s.
Bro,
what else?
I've never popped a window.
We used to pop back windows out, tint them and dry them, put them back in.
Bro, I would have if I started back then. I would have been like, I'm good.
You rope it back in, and then
that's dedication, bro.
What else? Just those Chevys, taking apart the wing vents, the rubber.
Yeah, because it's got that little cotter pin in them, right? The wing windows.
Mostly everything that had a rubber. If a Volkswagen Bugs and all that, if we didn't take out the window, we were cutting a slit of rubber on the inside, like on that Chevy you did the other day.
Yeah,
we're cutting a slit of rubber, one or little click out, and we're cutting out a slit of rubber, and we're cleaning it real well, and then we're cutting it dead on the outside, and it's gonna fit pretty dead on, or even if it has a hairline gap, it's better to have a hairline gap and be clean. We didn't know the glue trick.
Well, tell me about the glue trick. Tell me about that, because I still don't get it.
There's a whole Facebook group for that. So
is there really?
For back windows, anything. I've even used it for some flat glass jobs. You take like clear Elmer's glue, and it's funny because my first idea of this, I was like, oh, you put the glue on, you let it dry, and that forms the seal, and then no, that's not how it works. You take the glue, and while it's wet, you put it in. So I'm sure you've probably touched like late 90s, early 2000s F-250 JC, the back window where it's that rubber on glass, right?
Yeah, I'm terrified of those.
Yeah, so when you have the you know how the film will kind of like vacuum some contamination in if there's enough slip solution?
It pulls it.
What the glue does is you basically bead clear Elmer's glue around the whole fucking outside of the edge of the window.
And don't let it dry when you install.
Dry, and while it's wet, just tint it like you normally would.
Oh, it holds it there.
That keeps. It doesn't hold it there. It basically forms a barrier almost, and it keeps that contamination from being vacuumed.
That makes sense. Because Brady was doing that, but I didn't get it. Is it like I thought you're supposed to let it harden? That's smart.
Took me. I thought the same thing. Tell
him that you only put a light mist on that window too.
That's the other trick with those cars is I spray the tint a lot, but like just barely spray the glass so it doesn't same thing to reduce the contaminants and you vacuum back up.
And real quick, whenever we're talking about something, I've got like a little banner and it's kind of it's going off of what we're talking about, so I'm changing it. So if we ever like someone pops in, oh, this is what they're talking about, like the current topic. So I'm updating that. Go back and watch it. Right, I've been changing. But I thought only glue I heard is the back windows with the fucking dot matrix. It's actually called frit. If y'all didn't know that, the dot matrix, it's bullshit. Kind of like factory tint is actually privacy glass. It's called frit, F-R-I-T or F-R-E-T. I saw that on Wikipedia. It's frit. But on some windows, they said the only thing I knew to do with glue is you pull it back and you squirt glue in there and you squeeze it.
To reduce the ghosting, yeah.
Yeah, but I heard that it fucks up because that UV hits that glue.
Yep.
So it
Yeah,
might
you're
not.
better off not doing that in the long run. But the other glue trick is just for holding down contamination.
Got you.
Which there's a Facebook group for that. I'll throw you an invite. It's like
Let me
glue
look
tricks
at
or
it.
something.
Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah. Or like
See, there's
window
so
tint
many
glue
tint
tricks.
groups,
Yeah.
and I try whenever I try to share these videos we do. I wish I could just hit all of them at one time. That way people can see it and fucking learn
Glue
something.
Tricks for Tint is the name of the group.
Let me check this out. Facebook. Glue. Yeah. So now, how many groups are you a part of? I'm in the mobile one that we're in.
Me?
But a lot of these
I don't
window
know.
tint groups,
I'm
all it
kicked
is
out of
just
a couple.
Chinese film advertising their shit. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
it'll say
Like,
window tinting
yeah.
tips and tricks, and all it is Chinese tint, which I don't know if it's good or bad.
Yep. I don't know. I'm gonna say probably not good.
Right. I'm gonna find out. I put rock rose on a window on my Tahoe. You want to know what me and Jaber were talking about? You want to know how long it lasts? Is you fucking wait. You put it on a window and let it wait. I put 10X on this Malibu I got. It's been sitting for 2 or 3 years in the sun. Hadn't been in the garage in 3 years. Been sitting outside. It's good.
Oh yeah.
But that's just 2 or 3 years. So how long does rock rose last? You can take their word for it, or you can find out. You can listen to someone else, or I'm gonna find it on my own. 8 years from now, or 3 years from now, I'll be able to say like 10X. It's lasted. How do you know? Did you just listen to what somebody told you?
Secret number 3: use your samples on your own cars so you find out if the film lasts. Don't get samples from manufacturers and put it on a customer's car that you'll never see.
Oh hell yeah, hell no.
Then you have no idea if it's gonna last. Like, what are you basing your purchases on?
Yeah, exactly. Where are you getting your information? Because some guy told you? What if he's lying to you? What if he's getting paid to say that it's good? You can't believe. That's why Yep. That's why I don't
believe the wrong guy.
Yeah, you'll think, why is he making this up? Maybe it's the same reason why. This is my theory. I'm gonna put it out there. I think the reason why like I said, this is just a theory. Because if I say this is what I'm not gonna lie. I think that Matt got about fucking 10 grand to make that video of the fucking tint brush. Oh, this tint brush is good. That's when I lost it all. That's when I was in disbelief. I made a video. I started to question my own reality, bro. I'm thinking, well, damn, maybe the tint brush maybe it's good for 40 bucks. I started to think that shit. And then thank God for Mauricio. I saw his video. He said, man, I'm surprised they didn't ban his ass. He made a video saying the same one you have for $5 worth just good. And I'm like, what am I thinking, JC?
What's the name of that glue trick? I can't find it, that group.
Me neither. I can't find it either. All right.
I'll invite you guys.
But no, I started questioning. So yeah, don't believe everything somebody tells you, because they could be getting paid off. They might be getting a little bit of a cut. You never know. Hey, I'll tell you that Rock Rose is the best tint ever. If they put about if they ACH bank transfer me I'd take about $500 right now. I'll tell you that Gila's will last all your life. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that much of a sellout. For $100 million, I'll kick a baby in the forehead. But listen, no, this one dude told me, somebody wrote something on the Kenneth. Hey, what up, Kenneth Worthman? Somebody named Kenneth Worthman's talking to us. He has a question.
Oh yeah, it's one of my homies.
Oh, can you see it?
He's one of the guys that wanted some business. Or he has some business
All
questions.
Right. Hey, yeah. What is you want? Can you see what he asked? You want to holler at him first? Or if he wants to hop in here, there's room for 3 or 4 more.
Oh, hold on.
The way you send him a link is just copy the link that you click to get in here. You can just send it to him or whatever. If he don't want to hop in here with us, it's cool. If he don't, if he does,
I don't think it's probably a little late from the hop.
Yeah,
but
I respect
he had
it.
a question. What's the question? I can't.
All right.
I don't want to open the thing and get the feedback.
Okay, so I'm starting my business back up. I only have square appointments. Hold up, fuck, it's a big. Okay, so I am starting my business back up. I only have square appointments. Are there any other apps y'all would recommend? I also just started my business. Google, my old page got suspended, so start a new one. I also post on Facebook Marketplace and get a few clients. I need some help. Guys, my business is New Era Customs on all platforms. My old page is New Era Customs. So I wouldn't be posting. I mean, hey, if it's free, some people say don't post on Facebook Marketplace. Well, why not? If you post it, if you get one job out of it, It's worth it. It's free, right? It's not going to hurt you. So,
but the conversion rate sucks.
Right. Well, I'm not talking about paid ads. I'm talking about free Google Marketplace. That's not. It's free.
Well, the conversion rate can suck with free ads because it's free. So
true. Well, what happened? Right now, a paid Google Facebook ad. I'm not doing it. You're going to get 500 people to hit you up and not one. So no Facebook ad paid. Free anything. Fucking put it on Craigslist. You might find one person that still goes on Craigslist and wants 10.
So I dropped this hint, or not hint. It's not like it's a treasure hunt. I dropped this tip in the last video. Get in your local Facebook groups, your rants and raves, reviews groups. People will constantly be asking, especially this time of year, who's a good window tinter? I'm looking for a mobile window tinter. All nonstop, at least 2-3 times a week. And then every time you see that, you plug your business. You have a picture ready to go. You have your little copy pasta pitch. You just copy paste. Hey, we're, blah blah blah. Link your Facebook page. I'll be happy to help you out. Link your phone number. Your little picture of your little setup or whatever, your shop, and plug yourself in those groups. That will get you way more business. Actual business than marketplace, like and from people that aren't kicking tires. Like people are in those groups, they usually are like middle class. Like that's where you want to actually advertise for free. Marketplace, you're just, oh man.
Now what app he's right? I would say, well, as far as I'm gonna start with his first one. He's using Square Appointments. I don't know if you have a website or what, but he's talking about, is there any other apps you would recommend? I just use I have a website with Wix, and they book their appointment, and Square is plugged into there, so they pay with Square. They pay a $40 deposit. They pick the time. It says it blocks out 2.5 hours. I can change the time if they need to change it, but they pay $40. They pick a time. That's how my appointments get made. Or you could just use Cash App if you want to do it that way. Just, you don't even need a website if you want to be old school. Just have them if you want to do a deposit, or just use your Google Calendar. That's free. For appointments to schedule your Google Calendar on every phone. And on top of that, just if you want to do a deposit, just Cash App, Venmo, Facebook Pay. If you want to lock that in, I would, for going back, I said, what would I do beginning? A deposit for everybody. I had a guy not show up, and I'm still waiting on him to call me a week later. I tinted 4 cars of his, so I didn't want to ask him for a deposit. He didn't show up. I don't give a fuck if you're dying, if you got in a car wreck, if you just found your wife cheating on you. You better fucking text me back and say you're not going to make it. But you're on the do not ever fucking work for again list of mine. I have no excuses because I drove up there, motherfucker. Your phone's right next to your dick on your pocket.
If you don't have a list like that, you should be picky about.
What about you, Jay? Right, exactly. We got to get Jaybird in here. Jaybird, get more business, and what app do you use for appointments? Jaybird, can you hear us? He's still looking at you porn. He ain't even let Jaybird.
Jaybird.
Jaybird. Can I get his attention that way? Whoa, finally. Damn. Jaybird get off of you porn.
I just bought 3. No, I was trying to find that glue tip group because you can use that for houses too.
All right, now, Kenneth needs some fucking help, and you're over there buying glue to huff and snip and get high. Listen, Kenneth said he's starting his business back up. He needs help. What apps do you use for appointments, and how do you get more customers? Because he's using Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm. Just what Jeremy said, those groups with no rules and all that.
What?
The local groups with no rules, because a lot of them won't let you post your business in there without paying. And then those groups with no rules, and then
some of them will let you post, but only on Sundays and stuff.
I got another idea to get a bunch of business, but I'll let y'all go first. This is a good one. Thinking outside the box.
As far as booking goes, I use Amelia Booking on my website, which ties to Square to actually collect the payments.
Actually, I had a question.
And my Google Calendar.
I know it takes a lot of time, but do you think like actually talking to people, or you can? I do all mine through mostly texting, but do you think like talking on the phone to them could seal more deals? Or
Hell yeah. If they hear my voice,
if you're
it's
good,
over.
It depends. So
Sometimes.
this advice isn't universal, JC.
go ahead,
Some
let's
of
go.
us have the gift of the gab.
That's
I
true.
think there are certain people that are better over text.
Yeah, their anxiety or their
Actually,
shy,
me
or it might
too.
not even be
Me
that.
too. You catch me like 7 a.m. before I have my coffee and you just happen to call when I'm like, you know what I mean? Then you're not going to get the best version of me. I might be better off texting. Just
Well,
depends.
yeah, but my first thing is I love making people laugh. I can make anybody having the worst day of their fucking life. When I make you laugh, that's medicine, dude. There's studies done.
Straight
Lowers
up.
your blood pressure, releases endorphins, fucking some other shit. So I just want to get you on the phone and make you smile. What if you're having the worst day of your life? At least I can do is, hey, that guy made me laugh. He's funny. At least something. I'm not trying to be a stand-up comedian, but that's why I like talking on the phone. I'll say something for shock value. I've got like 5 lines I could use right now to make anybody laugh on the phone, about 10. So I like talking, but it's not for everybody. I can't shut the fuck up, clearly. I haven't even let y'all talk that much.
Not the same way, bro. Like it's if you have the gift of the gab, yeah, definitely use it. Like you'll seal so many more deals if you're able to. And honestly, you probably, even if you don't have the gift, like you should probably, the only way you get
Work
it is
on
by doing it. So
Practicing.
you know,
Talk to random people at Walmart. Spark up a conversation. Just do it.
Talk
It's
to
going to freak you
everybody.
out, but guess what? You'll never see them again in your life. I had a whole conversation in the fucking aisle where the trash bags are. We talked about playing chess, marriage,
cat pajamas?
kids. Yes. We just started. He said, I was riding around the car. He said, you need help getting that, man? I said, no, I'm just bullshitting. Trust me, my back ain't even hurt. I'm just a lazy piece of shit. And he just started laughing. I said, I'm just kidding. My back's a little messed up. And we just started talking. I told him I did Tinting, gave him a card and everything. He hadn't hit me up, but hey, more business, put right $5 off, $1 off, $10 off on your, they'll say, he actually took time to write. I told Luke about that. Are you going to pick up a card with nothing on it? Maybe you see $10 off. That's $10 right there. I might get it later. I was thinking about that. I'll write $10 on every fucking card. I've never seen anybody do that. You got to do something different. Stop doing all the same shit everybody else is doing. You're not going to stand out.
nope.
That's why I like to be
Everybody's doing
funny.
the same shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing the same shit.
Not one person made me laugh. Not that they should. I'm not saying people do it my way. If you want to, cool.
Yeah.
But when I was talking to them people on the phone, I made them laugh. They said, well, window tint's illegal. You know what I told them? They said, you might get a ticket if you take your windshield. I said, well, fuck, they got to catch me first to write me a fucking ticket. They started laughing. So I act retarded. I say dumb shit. Could you imagine? Fuck it. I'm going to turn this ticket into a fucking felony, 5-star level on Grand Theft Auto. Fuck you. I'm not going to court. And just running from the cops in the fucking scat pack. I'm not getting a ticket. Fuck y'all. Bang, bang. This one dude ran out of Lowe's. It was on national news. He ran out of Lowe's because he was stealing something. If you get caught stealing from Lowe's, that's like a misdemeanor, right? This motherfucker pulled out a gun and started to get ready to shoot at the cops.
Under 500.
Yeah.
He what?
He stole. He got caught stealing from Lowe's. He turned a misdemeanor into a felony, just like that. He was running out of Lowe's and he pulled out a gun for just a shoplifting thing. You'll be in jail for like 2 hours max. Now he's staying in there because he pulled out a gun on the cops chasing.
Dumb decisions.
Guess where it was at? I think it was in Florida.
Yeah, those are my people.
Hey, I would crack up. I would just watch the news. That'd be my comedy show, just watching the news every night.
In Florida, no, it really is. It straight up is. It doesn't even say, it doesn't surprise you, but it humors you. Yeah, we're pretty awesome over here.
He said, I have a low conversion rate online. I get a lot of tire kickers. I'm great in person, and a lot of people know me back home, just not in the area I stay in, Charlotte. So I guess he's new in the area. Listen, here's my idea. Do a giveaway. Do a giveaway. Why? Because it's only going to cost you $25 and 10. I did a giveaway for the Berea Police Department, for the fire department, and for a factory.
$10 of the Lumar, $10 of the Chinese Lumar.
Yeah, it's only $10 in film. Yeah, if you get the Chinese Lumar. Just don't tell them it's real Lumar. Light that box on fire, burn it in ashes, let Mother Earth soak it up. But listen, only pick one person.
Yeah.
And leave that fucking. I went online and printed off a sign-up sheet. I stapled to that the rules. Only one card has to be year 2000 and newer. You know, the sheet's gonna be here for. That's all they talked about at this factory. How many? And where I live at, most people work at one of two factories. I took a sign up sheet for a month at both of them. Only one winner, but everybody's talking about it. Hey, did you hear about that window tint? Hey, they're gonna word of mouth.
That's some marketing shit right there.
And I got like 5 jobs. They said, hey, I kind of went overboard. I kind of fucked myself. I did like 10. Well, I did that. And then I posted on Facebook the first 10 people that comment and say, tint my ride, you're getting a free tint job. I kind of fucked myself. I should have made it like 4 people. But dude, just through that though, hey, I won the giveaway. Some of them were $1,000 removal, retint. I said, whatever you want. Full windshield, a strip, and bro.
I could see one, but that's going.
I went overboard. It cost me some fucking money.
You went overboard, JC.
I did it twice.
Did it result in business down the road?
It did. Yes, it did. Because what pissed me off was somebody that's well known in the community. This was last year. They said, "Where should I get my windows tinted?" There was 100 comments. Guess how many times my name, JC Tints, got brought up? And at that time, I still had the most reviews. Twice.
What? After you did all that free shit?
No, before that. That's what made me do it.
Oh.
That's what made me do that giveaway. I said, I was like, how the fuck do people not know about me? Dude, I've been here for 3 years. I have the most reviews. And instead of thinking about them, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I said, I'm going to make sure they know who the fuck I am. I'm giving away 10 free tint jobs right today.
You're going to remember my name.
They said, oh, shit, guess what? And then after that, I took the sign-up sheet to the factory down the road that everybody and their mom works at. I had a buddy of mine posted in the break room, and he talks to everybody. So he told the whole factory, hey, JC Tints, JC, and the whole – how many people is one person telling? Their sister, their brother, their mom, their dad, their wife, husband. Every person, think about that reach, dude. It just – everybody. Now everybody knows who I am. One giveaway.
Out you to some dude in Florida from Kentucky. I was like, listen, bro, like me, from you to me to that dude, it might go back. Like it just talk to everybody.
Yeah,
you
Kenneth.
Never know.
What's your goal? Is you want to save money and have the most amount of people know you exist, right? What's better than doing a fucking giveaway for the whole? How do you get? And I was thinking like that backwards, reverse engineering. How can I infect my tent business in everyone's mind? Gossip, something new. Everybody works at this fucking factory in this little town. I know everybody works there. You ask 5 people, 4 of them work at Hitachi or PGW. And so everybody goes to break, day shift, night shift. The place is open 24/7. And they see that, hey, did you hear about it? Did you hear about it? Everybody likes free shit. So one person, it's like one person's getting picked a month from now. And I did it live, and I wrote on that paper on June, or it was like fucking October 5th at 2 p.m. or something. It's going to be, no, it was there in December, live, drawn. Window tint, one winner. And everybody was like, oh, it's coming up. It's something people get to talk about, be excited about, instead of the same monotonous bullshit every day.
Yeah. Overall, what you're trying to just make sure people know that you tint windows. Like the end goal is like you need to make sure that people know, everybody knows you tint windows. And what JC just outlined was a good way to make sure people know.
Yeah.
I don't advertise. I don't have to spend a dime on marketing. I don't even make static social media posts. I do stories and stuff just so people still know I'm in business.
Yeah.
All of my business entirely is almost word of mouth repeats and referrals, and it's more than I can handle usually.
And why is that?
Because people know that's what I do. There's enough people when they think of tint, I'm the very first thing they think of. And I've been doing this business in this area for 10 years.
And that's why. Now, how does he get there sooner? He can't wait 10 years. So what can he do now?
You Google ads.
That too.
Click type
that
of
too. Now you got to. Yeah.
When I first got off the ground, the first year I did pay for ads. I did pay for Google ads.
I was just going to ask you a question. Does anybody have experience on paid ads?
Yeah, Google ads does work, but you got to learn how to do it right.
Yeah, when I did it I started the business 9 years ago, so it's been a long time. I know for a fact it's changed, not that much probably, but it has changed. I don't have to do it anymore, but yeah, when you're first getting off the ground, you need to be doing everything, including, and the cost per click's got to be in your area. It might be $5-10 or whatever. Your net profits off of each job are far exceeding that, so you can spend the money, and it's better than being slow, right?
How does it work? Like you could spend $500 to make like $3,000, or how does it work?
I'm sure 500 would net you at least 3,000. You
What do you
basically
mean?
pay for so. Jay Bird's talking about if you invest $500 in Google Ads, would you make at least $3,000?
Fuck no. You might burn that up in a day, dude. I had competitors click and spam, and my budget ran up in one day $500.
I was gonna say if you do it right, if you do it wrong,
you'll lose money. You'll burn up.
Do it right.
You think you lost money at the casino, nigga? Fuck. I had to pay $50 a month for Clickstale because I don't know if it was one of my competitors, but each time somebody clicks that ad, it's like it could be up to like $4, $5, $6. Somebody was click. One day, it was like $400, $500, and I had no jobs. I said, "What the fuck, dude?"
I did marketing for a law firm for a bit, and the cost per click for like the leads we were targeting was like $28. So if I clicked on any of my competitors' lead, it was like $30.
Yeah, see, that's a little dirty trick you could do. And somebody was doing that shit to me, so I had to. So what Clickstale does is from now on, if I do Google Ads again, I'm paying for Clickstale because if someone sees sponsor and they know, oh, I'll just fucking run his budget up. Click back, click back, click back, click back. There's $30 it just cost me. But Clickstale will ban your IP address if you click multiple times. I had to do that because my budget was limited at 100. I had to do that. $100 every day. It was clicking, and they're like, if I run this budget up, they won't even show your ad no more. So they would run my budget up and it wouldn't even show. Motherfuckers get slick and smart. Your competition will, bro. If it says sponsored, you're running Google Ads.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I had to do that.
Ridiculous.
And so, but you need to go to SEMrush to find out the best keywords to bid on. SEMrush, you get like 5 free searches a day that will show you. Or just go to SEO. Go on YouTube. That's what I did. Not SEO, but go on YouTube, and there's a guy that shows you exactly step by step how to make the ad. Just follow the instructions. James Elwood, Michael Lawrence is hollering at you. Man, James Elwood, I'm about to kick you out of here, bro. You either
Michael Lawrence
buying fucking glue, you're looking at you porn, or you're not even on camera. If your camera's even on.
What's up, Michael? What's up?
He's on Pornhub.
Yeah. He's stroking his little fucking thing backwards. Can't even grip it with one hand. You grip it with one hand, it's in hiding. Jay Bird, you grip your fucking chorizo with one hand, it's in hiding. Like Saddam Hussein in that spider hole.
It's like rolling a booger, bro.
If you can't grab it with 2 hands, you need to have that surgery.
Rolling a booger.
When you get old, it's like rolling a booger and down there. Oh, Chira, oh, Shira. You remember He-Man and She-Ra?
That big buff guy with the blonde hair.
Yeah. Whenever you play, I play with it. When you get old, it's like rolling a booger in your finger. You mean one of those wet boogers? Yeah.
Have y'all ever? We got to get back on topic after this. Have you ever?
All right. What's up?
Okay,
what's going on?
What else did what did Michael say, or did my home Kenneth have any other questions?
He's just laughing at our. Hey, if you get bored, watch this series on HBO Max called Euphoria. There's this one chick who does like a OnlyFans thing. She don't get naked, but she finds this one guy who likes to get humiliated. Right? He pays her money to tell her for her to tell him, "Shut up, you're ugly. Nobody wants you. You can come when I tell you can come." And he's like, "Tell me you wouldn't fuck me." And his little thing, it's just a real guy. He pulls his fucking pants down, and it looks like a fucking, like if you cut off your first digit on your finger, and he's going this way. All right. Anyways, and the view was from like right here. He was sitting down in his chair. Netflix. It's on HBO Max, and he's tell me you wouldn't fuck me. Anyways. So, yeah, don't watch that show.
So a lot of that stuff has changed, like on the Google ads and stuff like that.
No, I don't know if it's changed. I tell them.
I don't know.
It's just what my best thing to tell you is I'm not an expert. I watched the YouTube video series on how to make the ad, what keywords to pick. Basically, window tinting near me. You can bid on that word. Anytime somebody types in window tint near me, you're going to pop up. Whoever else is running ads. And you can see who's running ads. Just type that in. You turn your location on and type in window tint near me. You're going to see sponsored, and those companies you're bidding. If nobody's doing it, you're good. Because in my area, nobody was running ads, so my prices were low. You got 5 companies that are running ads. It's going to cost more per click. But what I did was I bid on the keyword. My ad said window tinting in Richmond, Kentucky. If someone searches window tinting, your city and state, that's all you really got to type in. Because people, and you can go to SEMrush, SEMrush.com, and type in a keyword search. Like, you got to put yourself in the mind of the customer.
Huh?
Your Snickers wrapper, dog.
Can you see it?
I can hear it.
Bro, Jaybird, you're just one to get. You're worse than me in the 313 Tent group trying to get fucking banned.
I heard you got banned today, by the way. I gotta figure out why. I gotta watch a video later.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Fuck, I got banned like 2 weeks ago.
Oh no, that was a week ago. Never
that was
mind.
like two.
I heard you popped off or something. Yeah. No, well, welcome to the club.
Man, I wanted to get banned. I said, why is too fucking... I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. Be careful. Matt's not the devil. Matt's not the devil, but he's not who I thought he was, bro. Neither is Poppy.
I was telling him if he goes down there that he's gonna say, okay, let's make a video and then see you later, buddy. About 15 minutes. Go all the way up there for 15 minutes, you mean?
Hey, filming vinyl designs is good, bro. I'd be going off on Core. Filming vinyl designs is the best one out there, I think. You get 24-hour tech support. They had full windshield patterns for a 2000 Chevy truck. What? They have what else? It's only $120 a month. I like filming. You can use the shit with no internet. Fuck, I like that when it's half the. Yeah.
$112.50.
I like filming vinyl designs. I'm buying that now. I'll be going off on DigiCut, not because I don't see how with Yeah, it's Core. Core. Hey, you should have seen the response Core gave me. They said, we decided not to continue letting you use our service because you accused our pattern designers on being on drugs. You also said that someone should Luigi one of our employees. And then they
see you in an email.
No, they posted it on the 313 Tent group for everybody to see.
That's hilarious.
I can still look. I can still get on. I haven't been on 313 since they banned me. I tried to get banned the second time because I just got tired of.
You were going to Luigi one of our employees.
No, they said that. They said I encouraged someone to Luigi one of the employees. Like, I don't remember. I was drinking a lot when I first went off on them, but I still feel the same way. And they said we actually and this is how they started off with.
Hey, when you drink, you tell the truth.
Sometimes, but I lie when I drink too. So I don't always think, oh fuck, I slipped up and said it. No, I'll be lying.
Half and half then.
Yeah, but they said they admitted it. I'm glad they did. They said we used to have the VIN option, but we took it off. We probably shouldn't. They said this in black and white, and they said we may look into putting the VIN option back on there. What the fuck do you mean? So why'd you?
Fools, though?
No.
I thought that might have been April.
No, this was real, nigga.
No.
They said they used to have the VIN option, but they took it off because it interfered with the PPF something. They have the most most modern designed fucking pro plotter software in the world. And you're telling me you can't figure out a way to have the VIN option on there, but DigiCut's Windows 95 layout does? DigiCut looks like Windows 95. So does Film Vinyl Designs, but it's functional. Core's got all their little colors in their OS and their layouts. It's like a fucking iPhone 17 operating system. And DigiCut and Film Vinyl Designs like a flip phone operating system. It still has
can have a nice graphic user interface, but all that back end work they're just lazy. They don't want to do the work. It's possible.
And what the fuck do you mean? We might put the VIN option back in. We might do it, maybe. Fuck you.
Because it's work and they don't want to do it.
But they'll take that $200 a month. They could take this a month. Mm-hmm. I'm not paying for it.
Provide value. You don't provide value, people aren't going to pay.
No, and guess what? They said they act like they really banned me, bro. I could go pay my neighbor $200 right now, and he'll sign up for it. And I'll get him to open up an LLC business and say he tents from his garage, and they'll verify it. Like, if I really wanted to get in there, I would. That's like blocking your ex-girlfriend from calling. All she's got to do is make a fucking text-free account.
That's like blocking somebody for talking about a ping pong table. Like, I could just make another Facebook account.
And I remember, I haven't had a chance to tell you this. At first, I told you, Jeremy, I was like, bro, you kind of talked about his house. I was making excuses. I apologize. I was making excuses for Matt, and I shouldn't have. Because honestly, if you had said something about me, I would have laughed about it. People talk shit about people. Someone just called me stupid in here. And okay, yeah, you're probably right. It's like, I don't think I would, if I was Matt, I wouldn't have banned you for joking at anything. I'm not banning, no. I'm like, I was making too many excuses for Matt. I was in denial.
But he got too many views in a day.
That's the truth, probably.
I heard he's sensitive if you start going like that.
He blocked Tim Johnson because Tim Johnson exposed, for what he said, exposed him for Matt lying about he coded that chat bot. No, nigga, you talked and trained it. That's like building your house or having someone, a contracted company, build it.
Yeah.
I got Tim Johnson's response to why he got banned from that. It's right here on my fucking phone. For the record, let's go.
It's such a childish thing to do. He's like the greedy kid on Christmas, bro.
That's what
It's crazy, bro.
It's just it really, and it's like, oh, you're hating on Matt, dude. I'm really disappointed, man, because I still admire how good he is at tinting and what he's accomplished. You can't take that away from him. But like his character, I'm like, man, that's a damn shame.
To be hating on somebody would insinuate like you want to wake up and be that person, and it's like, fuck no. I wake up morally, I'm intact. I'm not stealing people's ideas. I'm not talking,
Yeah, right. And it's like, it's disappointing, man. It's like I was telling Jay Bird, have you heard of that Chameleonaire rapper? It used to be real big. Catch me riding dirty. When
check this out. Tell him about.
Hold up. This is what like whenever Michael Jordan totally disrespected Chameleonaire, the rapper, and even Michael Jordan's teammates and friends were like, "Hey man, that's Chameleonaire." All he wanted was a picture, and he said, "Fuck, basically, nigga, I ain't taking no picture with you." Chameleonaire was like, he was in shock. It was his idol, and Chameleonaire said, "But Michael Jordan, I just want like a picture. I just bought a jersey of yours from your charity you're doing for $7,000. He was being like respectful. I just want a picture." He said, okay. I don't give a fuck who you are, nigga. How about that? He said, actually, matter of fact, yeah, I'll let you take a picture with me for $15,000. You can. I'll let you. Said it hurt me. That's what he said. This is what Tim Johnson said about Matt and why he got banned. As a matter of fact, by the way.
Yeah, it's ego, bro. That's all that is, ego.
From the group. I'm a moderator of the group, so I don't know if you have the wrong Tim.
I do definitely got the wrong fucking Tim. Fucking wrong guy. Yeah, it's Tom. I had the wrong guy. He's a moderator. Whoops, call the wrong. That's like when you send a naked picture instead of your fucking side chick to your wife.
That's hilarious.
Why are you sending me a picture of your dick? I suck it every night. And my name's not Christina. I'm Tiffany, your wife, motherfucker. Oh shit! What do you think about this, Christina? What?
Yeah, no, I'm totally not talking shit about the group, dude. Wrong Tim.
No, somebody fucking sent me a message and saying, Matt, I don't have to search through everything now. It's going to take me forever. I'm going to search the word banned.
I believe you. Yeah, man. It's ego, bro. Ego is why people do shit like that, man. And a lot of people let it get to their head. And,
no, because somebody commented during one of my lives, which you can't see now, and said, man, Matt banned me from the group because I called him out because he said he coded his chatbot system. I know how to do coding, and I could tell that was like still training a chatbot is cool, but you didn't code it.
You can't lie about. You can't say you know code and lie about it because somebody that knows code could just ask you 3 questions and expose you.
Maybe it was Tim Richmond. No, not him. I fucking figured it out.
And that would be And then
I was thinking they were saying that because they didn't want them to steal it from him.
Possibly.
They didn't want it to steal. They were thinking that because they didn't want to steal their idea before they put it out. Well, they shouldn't be talking about it, and they should figure out how to make a product out of it.
Yes.
What idea?
Ah, fuck. It's going to, I'm going to have to go through this and look. It's going to be months back. But anyways.
The chatbot? Yeah, no. He didn't. It's not original.
He's probably like, why are you even talking to me, JC? You're not one of us anymore.
JC, aren't you banned?
I bet Shane Dwyer. And during that video, I was I thought me and Shane were cool. Yeah, Matt Blackman runs it. It's a cult now. I see in my group. Like, I don't want to be more popular than Matt. I just want to help people not break. That was my goal. Not break fucking windshields and save money. I'm trying to help the broke, poor tenor out, like me, because I've been there and done it. That's my whole goal.
After I got banned, I talked to Shane. He's like, yeah, he kept it real. He's like, I didn't see anything you did that like crossed the line. He's like, I'm a moderator. He's like, I'll
He
talk
told
to
me
the
y'all
other
got into it.
moderators.
Shane told me y'all got into it.
Publicly, yeah, but behind the scenes, we had a really good conversation. Shane and I are cool. Like,
That's
yeah,
good.
we're cool as shit. Yeah, he told me, he's like, yeah, we basically agreed that we're both assholes, but that's why we get ahead in life, and we can agree to disagree on a couple things. But as far as like the ban goes, he's like, yeah, I didn't see anything you did wrong to deserve a ban.
He told me the same thing, I think. Which is like,
yeah,
I wish he could say that publicly.
Yeah, cool.
Like he told me Matt was soft. I got the screenshot. Tell Matt that. Why are you telling me? I mean, that was the first time, which I don't blame Matt for blaming me the first time. I don't, because I showed a chick's ass cheek. They said, what are you doing later tonight, JC? I'm doing this. And I think that, and then I was, which I ended up running out of time because I procrastinated. But anyways, we got to get back on the track. Yeah, that's who, Michael Lawrence. And I think Michael Lawrence, if I'm not mistaken, aren't you the dude who was talking shit? See, I'll call you out if you're here. Aren't you the fucking dude that was talking shit saying, oh, by the time you peel that with the Sharpie, I'd already be pushing out the fucking soap solution. Let me see you do that shit on video, bro. I remember you now. Yeah, he said, oh, by the time you Sharpie and weed it, I'll have already almost installed it. First off, I think I commented to you back, there is no weeding with the Sharpie. Duh. That's one of the main fucking points. So I will allow you to respond. Now that I got you here.
I don't know if Michael's the same guy. I think I know.
No, I think, yeah, it's him. It's him. I remember that weird ass name, Michael. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you. Michael's a biblical name. See, yeah. So get on here and explain to me how you can, I'm not even weeding the film. Explain to me how you're going to install the window tint pattern. So in 34 seconds, you're ready to shrink it. Pretty much. Hold up, Kenneth. I'm going to quit the bullshit.
See the comments.
Kenneth said, we'll get back to you, Mike. Like, I'm not, if you're that fast, I'll suck you dick. But if you're doing it that fast, I want to see it. Video or it didn't happen. And North Carolina is definitely the new black sheep of the tinting world. Have y'all ever heard of this new software called ClickRes? It looks like a booking software. Why, for window tint and PPF. I don't know why people need booking software, dude. Like, maybe to automate things like TintWiz, but you can make a free website with a form through WordPress or Wix. Or just put it in your Google Calendar. Like if you want to automate things, I get it, to save you from having to do it. I get that. But you can do that with the Wix. Parser. You can do that with Wix, Shopify,
WordPress has plugins.
Yeah, it's called Forms, WordPress WP Forms. You can have it say anything. Type in your make and model, your phone number, and email. And you can have like a calendar. Bookingly, there's the thing called Bookingly. I think you got to pay. Isn't that right? Bookingly. That's what one of my therapists use, Bookingly. So yeah, where people can. Now, let me ask you this. Are you, what's his name? Kenneth? Are you charging a deposit? Is that why you need like an automatic thing? You know, that to me only makes sense. Like he keeps talking about this booking app instead of Square. Because Square fucks you on the fees.
And that's also something like, unless, I don't know. If you're having a hard time building up leads, like you should easily be able to manage your booking. Like if you're, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
If you're not you need to automate things when you become overwhelmed, right? You either need to delegate or automate. It's one of the two. But
when
like,
you
can build up to that. That's not like the first thing you need to do.
No.
Build up to that.
Yeah, but it's like now if you want something good, you're going to have to spend the money. Nothing good is free. Besides, there's
that's
a
why
few
you
ones.
build up to it, because now your monthly expenses are a little higher because now you're paying for the software every month. But if it makes things easier and it benefits your bottom line, it's worth it.
Exactly. I can't find with it. I'm still.
Try to find the fucking Facebook chat.
Yeah, it's on every window tint group. It's on. You can look at the Batman one, my personal page. Jaybird, what are you doing, man? Do you need to go to sleep, Jay
I've
Bird?
been on that Pornhub all night. Jay Bird, I officially put you in charge of revealing secret number 5. Secret number 5 is on you, bro. I think we banged out the first 4.
Yes. More secrets. What are secrets that tenders try to keep from other people, or secrets that people need to know, or just knowledge that you think that most people don't know about tint that would benefit them? Oh, here's another secret. Guess what? Just because Lumar film is expensive doesn't mean you can't get a cheaper film that costs less, not cheap quality, that also blocks the same amount of heat. Like, that XPEL? Because that's what that is showing. Fuck, I'm answering it for you. Sean from Window Tint Warriors, they use XPEL, right? They said which I'm not shitting on their price, $550 for 89. Hey, if that's what you charge, is what you charge. But I'm guessing that for $550 equals you're blocking out 88% of heat. You can get 10x ceramic film for 180. Excuse me, 10x carbon for 180 that blocks out. No, that's 72. How much does that Pro Black? That Pro Black from High-Tech blocks out what? 82? How much is ceramic Pro Black? Like 300 a box?
What are we talking about?
Just because a super expensive film like XPEL or fucking Lumar or Suntech, when you're paying for that, like basically, okay, XPEL for $500, I'm getting to block out 88% of heat as a customer, right? Like when you're going with the
no, nothing's blocking out 88% of heat.
Infrared, bro.
Okay, but that's
so people here's the thing about the TSCR, bro. I did find the TSCR meter, but I would pay $10 to see the customer's face when you're telling the customer the importance of the TSCR number, and then along telling them about the IR and then the UV rays and ceramic, carbon, and dye. I would love to see their face with them trying to comprehend all that.
I do have an elevator pitch for that. I do.
I want to see. No, I want to see the customer go, oh, okay, and ask them tell them what TSCR means, and then ask them 5 seconds later if they remember what TSCR means.
Well, you don't have to give them the acronym, right? You could just explain. So what I do is I just talk about heat in general. I tell them, like, look, the way heat works, about 45% of it, and this is also something good. It's good to know if you're trying to explain the benefits of ceramic, right? So I tell them about 45% of heat comes in the visible light spectrum. That's the light we can see. About 10% of it, more or less, is like the UV spectrum, which we can't see, which all film blocks 99% of UV rays, right?
Yeah.
And then the other 45% of heat, right? Because 45 plus 45 plus 10 is 100, right? The other 45% of heat comes in the infrared spectrum. That's the heat that we can't see. That's the type of light that we cannot see. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's there. That's why you can have clear films that reject 45 to 50% of heat, because without rejecting any visible light, they're only rejecting heat on the infrared spectrum. If you want to go past that, you have to start increasing the visible light reduction to get higher than 45, 50%. But the basic pitch you just tell them is like, yeah, about 45% of heat is visible light, the stuff we can see. The other 45% is like infrared, which is like how night vision works. We can't see it, but it's there. But that's about where the other half of heat lies. And about 10% of it is in the UV spectrum. It's very easy. And then you just tell them a total heat number. They don't need to know. You just tell them, hey, this blocks. I don't say teaser. I just say this is 61% heat rejection, or this is 45% heat rejection. I don't even go into any of the other stuff. And that's true. Those are real numbers though, because 98% heat rejection is like, that's insane. That window should be cold. That doesn't, it defies physics. Like some of these IR numbers, if you interchange that with heat rejection, to somebody that knows enough, they're gonna be like 90% heat rejection. Like my expectations are gonna be high as fuck if it's 90% heat rejection, but 60% was like, well, because that's what it's really doing. It's really rejecting 60% of heat, and then it goes far more complex than that. But that's the basic elevator pitch. About half of heat is the invisible light. About half of heat is the visible light you can see. And about 10% of it is in the UV spectrum. And then you tell them the total heat numbers.
From what you just told me, and you think a customer is going to comprehend that in one go. I'm confused already.
Part.
So what's the point of the infrared? What's the point of the heat lamp box then?
The heat lamp box is what you're feeling is a result of the T-SIR, not just the IR. It's a result of the UV rays being blocked, the infrared rays being blocked, and the visible light being blocked. It's a mixture of all three. So what you're actually feeling is a mixture of all. T-SIR is just the three things combined. It's a mathematical formula that involves IRR. But you have to, like, you're only giving them, why would you only give them half of the formula? Because the numbers sound better. It's a marketing gimmick. And a lot of companies started pushing it because 90% sounds better than 50 or 60. But it's a gimmick.
So here's, I accept everything you're telling me. And what I'm telling you is the film that I get from Precision Window Films with the IRR number says 82. When I put that solar power meter in that front of that glass box with their 20% for 5, that by Jay Bird, I guess it's me and you now. But when with the numbers, like with that solar power meter, it starts off at 400 and it ends up at like 70. That same number, the math percentage, it's 82. Like 81, 82. So the IR on the film, it says it's blocking 82% of IRR. In that lamp, with nothing, it's at like 400 where I got it set. When I turn it on that film, it goes down to like 78, 80. And I did the math, 400 divided by 78, the percentage is 82%. So
what 400? What units are we talking?
It's WM. You know the solar power meter that everybody, the one that Matt has, the one that you get on Amazon that measures the solar output. I don't know if it's degrees or what, but it's like W2 or WM squared. Do you not have a solar power meter?
I don't think.
I know you got a tent meter, but do you not have one of them infrared lamp heat boxes that a lot of shops have, where you put your hand in front of it?
Yeah, but not with a meter, just a piece of glass and like a heat lamp.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a solar power meter. Yeah, that's the one that, look at me. You not see?
I've not seen that, no.
Fuck. Yeah, because you can, it shows you it measures the heat output. Like in Matt's video, like if you go to, they actually have Matt's video explaining it on tintdepot.com. If you Google infrared or window tint heat lamp box, you go there and it shows a video of Matt saying, but this he's basically saying you need to get this heat meter because the numbers tell you how much is heat being blocked. So I don't
want to jump on.
Send him this. Yeah, hell yeah. Send him this link. I want to ask him a question.
Yeah, copy pasta the Google, or I could do it.
Yeah, because I'm looking. Hey,
this guy knows his shit on it.
I want to see a video of him
he
fucking.
He can speak at it better than I can, for sure. I'm
right,
he called me, bro, on my personal number.
That's why you clicked off.
Oh, okay.
My point is, if teeth are so important, the heat says the film says it blocks 82% of IR. The lamp is IR. So why the hell and confuse the customer even more and bring up a whole nother measurement of heat? Because keep it simple, stupid. That fucking heat meter, it shows you the 82% difference when you go from no tint glass to the tint that I'm putting on here.
It's rejecting 82% of heat. No film rejects that. No automotive film rejects that.
So the numbers are lying to me. Because that solar power meter is changing 82%. It's going from 400 down to 80.
It also just depends on what that spectrum is, what units we're talking about. Like
look at the kicker. Look at the kicker on this. When you're showing the people the three different films, carbon, ceramic, or super ceramic, you're showing it to them on a clear piece of glass, not on the windshield of the car or the tempered glass that already has stuff on it, bro. Too. What do you think?
So it gets blocked out even more with regular glass, right?
Michael Lawrence, I'm gonna send you a link.
There's a small difference between the ceramic and the super ceramic. They're burning them for a $900, $1,200. You know what I mean? Like they're going up to, Teslas they turn them for like $1,800. Some of those Teslas, bro.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
If you had the meters on the side window or the front windshield, there wouldn't be much of a difference between the two ceramics. Is what I'm saying.
But have you not seen those videos where people take a thermometer and it's got ceramic window tint on one and it don't on the other, and they measure it, and like with the fucking thermometer and degrees, it's like they're thermometering the dash.
That's the part I don't understand is like if you have a carbon 5 and a ceramic 5 and you put that meter and that meter's like almost the same. That's what I don't understand. Is it just fucking the light?
10x carbon blocks out 72% IR. So does Pro Nano ceramic. The same fucking amount. What's the difference? What up, Icarus Tinting? Is this
Can
Matthew?
you see me?
No,
That's Michael.
Michael. I see.
Can you see me?
Hit your video button. There,
You
hit,
get
hit your
the
video.
little camera button.
There's a little camera button. And
While using this
You
app.
should be able to
Hey,
see yourself.
There
what's
you
up,
go.
boys?
What's up, brother?
Is this the
JC,
same guy in the
nice to meet
pictures?
you. What's that?
Well, let me
Huh?
zoom this in. I'm listening. What up, player? Michael, right?
What's up, guys? How are you? Yes, sir.
Oh, you got your hair in a bun. That's why I didn't notice it. Hold up.
I've been called much worse.
What, by the ex-wife or ex-girlfriend?
No, I've been called much worse by people like Marco Casorla, Dean Mitchell, Carlos Olazaba, all them.
Oh shit! Let's let it out, bro. Look, we're here to let it out. Don't hold back now.
Listen, I have been.
You're talking about the tent mafia.
I've been.
Yeah, exactly.
Those guys. Well,
Fuck.
that 313 is a fucking joke too,
The
man.
self-appointed authorities.
Yeah, self-appointed my fucking ass. I can be myself on here because you guys are. So I
Yeah, no
respect
bullshit.
that.
Nobody's getting
JC,
blocked. Nobody getting
Are you
censored.
making fun of me, JC, motherfucker?
hey, he said. He said.
This
that
is how you know
older
I.
than the
Hey,
Facebook filter, bro.
tell him. Hey, tell him.
man.
If I fucking
I'm
joke with you, that means I like you. If I'm not joking with you, I don't fuck with you.
I know that.
I love you, bro.
Man. I love you guys.
Just
man.
from all right. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I had no problem with Marco.
I have.
Let him break down. Let him break down the rip off and all that about the ceramic and all that.
I will. Let me break this off to you too. First, if you guys look at, I'm looking for something to hold my phone up. Oh, you know
All
what?
right.
I got something right here. About a year ago.
Yeah.
About this. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Got
so
you.
about a year ago, well, a little over a year ago, I said something about, I was kind of pissed off about the kid up the road. He was telling people that his film blocked 98% of the heat.
Okay.
And this was January of 24. I got pissed about that, man, because I don't know about you guys, but this pouch saved my fucking life. It saved my life.
What did?
And it's a long story.
Tinting, basically.
Oh, okay. Cool,
yeah,
man. Me too. Gave me a career.
And yeah, I lost somebody very close to me and a fiance and
Damn.
from a drug. Oh man, you don't know the half of it, bro. I'm telling you, I've been through more. I've been through more heartache and sorrow than any man should ever have to fucking go through. I can promise you. But
I'm sorry, dude.
Nah, man. Hey, you know what? It's
I've never lost a girlfriend or a fiance. Fuck, I haven't even lost my mom. That's scary, dude.
I lost a wife to a drunk driver when I was 19 in the Air Force. I lost a girlfriend at 25 to a drunk driver. I lost 4 family members in a year, and then a year and a half later, my fiance overdosed and passed away.
Fuck, I'm sorry, man.
Here in Virginia. Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. It's all good though. It's
well, you're holding it together better than I would, bro. I'd probably be in jail or mental institution or a bottle in my mouth.
Well, that's why I say the pouch saved my life, man. And I take my profession very seriously. And if you think for 1 minute that I'm gonna let you fucking put the pouch on and I'm gonna let you lie to the consumer, you must have bumped your fucking head, boy.
Yep, we got that in common. Yep.
So that, and we have been working on this for. I said something almost a year and a half ago now on my very first post. And I only posted before that. I don't check my competition. I don't look at that. I don't care what they do. I have money. I was retired 11 years ago. I retired. And then I came back into the industry because of Lumar. Some people at Lumar actually wanted me here in Martinsville. And then I turned around and left Lumar and went back to the Solar Guard. Just a smaller company, good film.
And they'll sell to anybody, unlike Lumar. Like Solar Guard will sell to anybody, or is it kind of like Lumar?
No, they won't sell to anybody. I mean, they're not going to sell to somebody. You got to have a business license. You got to have an actual location.
It's not territorial, right? Like you could have a competitor 10 miles down the road, and they'll still sell to you.
It depends. They can do one of two things. I mean, they could You know, I mean, they respect me. I've been with them for a long time,
Right.
and I have a pretty good business. Hell, 80% of our work, I do no advertising, none whatsoever. This is my fourth
Same
business.
thing.
What about that guy
Yeah.
that just moves into town that has the same film as you? He can't buy film no more from him, like right down the road.
Well, he
That's what I
won't
don't
come
like.
in. No, they won't. There's nobody coming into town with using that film. You know, they're the closest guy to me that uses Solar Guard is. Oh, he's probably about 30 miles away,
Right.
and that's it. But in this little town of Martins, you know where I am, right? I'm in Martinsville, Virginia. You know what's here, right?
Oh. Well,
Eastman.
you're in a strict state, bro. The second time you get a tent ticket, that's fucking 6 months potentially and $1,000. Holy shit, bro! You're in Virginia.
The first Virginia, we have to cut out the third brake lights. Well, here's what they did. They made
Bro,
it a
that's like
secondary
federal there, dude. That's like 24-hour
Yeah, I didn't
lockdown
know
on
that.
tent there. Holy
We
shit,
have,
Michael.
Eastman is here. They have 2 locations. They have 2 plants here.
Eastman's in the most strict state of fucking tent. That's ironic.
Hilarious. That's ironic.
I didn't know this.
This is I'm in Window Film. I'm in Window Film Central, Martinsville, Virginia. The International Window Film Association, their corporate headquarters are here, which is just a house on a back street.
That's like a crack house across the street from the police station. How is it? They got big balls. How are the cops not kicking in Lumar's doors every day? Jesus.
We do all the work
I'm
for
listening.
the sheriff's department and the police department, but
Wow.
yeah, the IWFA is here. Eastman is here. Window Film Magazine is less than an hour and a half away. Deb
That
Levy
is
and-
so
I know
confusing
Deb.
to me.
Yeah, I know, Deb. But what the law is here is passenger cars have to be 50 on the front 2 windows,
What's the point?
35 on the back. You have to cut out the third brake light, and the sun strip can't go down past the AS1 line, and you cannot tint the windshield unless you have a Med 20 form, which is a medical exemption. However, they changed the law so
Damn.
that they made it a secondary offense. So technically, they say they can't pull you over for the tint, but the state police still do.
Yeah.
There's 4 in this little town. There's 4 window tint shops. There's the Sunstoppers, and
Oh,
there's
yeah, that big
2
chain.
local. Yeah, well, you know what? These guys, listen.
Mike
I
Burke.
first posted about this. Yep, I first posted. Now, mind you, this man is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I've seen his videos.
I didn't fucking vote for this idiot. And he's badmouthed me from one end of the town to the other because
What'd you do? Fuck
he
his
had-
wife?
fuck no. Sunstoppers had to change
Fuck
their Sunstoppers had to change their website because of me.
Were they bullshitting, lying to people? If they call out the truth?
98% heat rejection. You guys know who Jeff Phillips is?
No, haven't heard the name.
Jeff Phillips is a bigwig from Expel. I love Jeff. He's good people.
Oh,
He sent me a message at one point saying, "Michael, you are making my life hell," because
Expelling their
I've been
98%.
and it wasn't against Expel. It wasn't against Sunstoppers. It wasn't against anybody. I was pissed because this kid was lying to consumers, my customers, and saying, "Well, they said they have a film that 98% of the heat." No, that's bullshit. There is no. Anyway, I started looking at it.
I saw that
over the
yesterday,
next-
actually.
Over the year
Yep.
of 2024, I made maybe 6 or 7 posts in Window Tenders United, Window Film Pros
Yeah.
and Window Film Revolution about this 98. I was posting screenshots of people advertising 98% heat rejection.
Good. That's if
Which
it's
is
a
a
lie.
lie.
Call it out.
Bull-faced lie. Well, at one point, I commented, and Dean Mitchell and Marco Casorla have thumbs up and liked every sarcastic, facetious comment that's been made to me.
Okay.
Every single one of them.
Okay.
And there came a point when I commented on a video that Carlos Olazaba, the Texas squeegee, the big mouth,
Yeah.
he
Let's see.
he had a video on YouTube that only 800 people had seen. And I said on that video, I finally saw it one time, and I said, "Hey, man," I said, "Come on, Carlos, you know there's no film that blocks over 80% or over 70% of the heat. Even Expel's 5%, XR Plus only blocks out 71% of the heat." This fucking dude went on a tirade, went on a rant,
Who did?
called me Olazaba, Carlos Olazaba, called me every fucking name of the book. Brought up my past, called me.
Damn, what's that got to do with it?
All this shit, bro.
What's your past got to
said
do
that
with
the
it?
tenor said that the ten,
What's your past have to do with what you're talking about in terms of what
It's
you told about
attacking the
them?
character.
exactly.
When you
How's that
can't make an
relevant?
argument, you attack their character.
I will send you what you read what he said about me. If you don't get mad about it, there's something wrong with you. I mean, this
Yeah.
guy called me every fucking name in the book just about lying, Lawrence, and I have no website. I
What's that
influence
have to
no
do with it?
customers or influence. Exactly right.
If
Well,
I ask a
somebody-
crackhead what time is it, if they look at their watch and say 12 o'clock and mine says the same thing, they're telling the truth. You get what I'm
I
saying?
know.
A fact is a fact, no matter if
I
you're on
know.
drugs or anything, no matter how rich you
And it
are.
wasn't
Fact to
like
fact.
it wasn't like I commented on his Facebook page or anything like that.
Right.
It was a video on YouTube that only 800 people had seen. Well, he made this rant. Well, somebody must have reported it. Facebook removed it. And he
Damn.
makes another one the next day and goes off and
About
says all
what?
this shit.
About it not blocking out
About me.
98%?
Yeah, well, because I called him out on the video. And you know, it was the fact it was just, man, listen, bro, it has gotten so bad. But people like John Nicholas, who is a director of sales for Solar Guard, Scott Davidson, you know who he is, right? The president and CEO of Johnson Window Films.
Yeah.
They pretty much called out Dean Mitchell and Casorla, not by name, but they said that people in the window film industry that are very influential attack Michael because he's calling for truth and honesty and transparency. That's pretty bad.
People
Nobody
that have
wants to
shit to
hold
hide
these-
hate that.
Nobody wants to hold these people accountable.
Fuck,
You know
I
what I
do.
mean? So I can tell you what I'm
That
going to
takes
do right
balls.
now. It's you know, and Casorla, you know, he's been pretty mouthy. Like he accused me of lying one night when I said we found a website or we found a Tesla page that Expel was claiming 98%. He says, "Oh no," he's telling people, "Well, just look at the source." And I was like, Carla, don't you ever, Marco, don't you ever fucking accuse me of lying again, you piece of shit. I don't care who the fuck you think you are. When I catch your ass in Olasaba, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. When
Now-
International Window Film Conference, you see me coming, I'm going to put on my Armani suit, my Ferragamo shoes, my Movado watch, my diamond stud earrings, and I'm going to walk in there. And when I see that little bitch, I'm telling you, man,
Now, where's your
video,
proof?
get
Well, now, if you're going to throw out these accusations, where's your proof that just you know to cover your tracks? Where's your proof
I
that it
saw
doesn't
some of the
block out that
comments.
much
Some of
heat?
it was public in Facebook, right?
all of it was public. He saw
'Cause
it. Yeah.
I saw some of it. Yeah, like I could definitely say.
Because if that listen, if they it's basically he said, she said, your word.
Attack.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
it's what they call
It
an
had
ad
nothing to
hominem.
do with. There was no argument like yes, our film does reject. No, it was literally
No.
just character attacks.
It was all
nonstop.
character attacks, every single one of them.
Now, Michael,
he-
now what makes you believe that it doesn't? I'm just curious to try to get like where you're getting your information because I don't know. Because if they say it, who's this? Like, you know what I mean? Because
Here's
think
the-
about how the people are going to look at it. Well, I mean, why would they lie? Playing devil's
Yeah.
advocate.
Well,
I'm not
all
saying
these-
you are.
all
I'm just
these-
saying where's your
No,
proof to
no.
help you?
all these people that are claiming they're saying their film keeps out 98% of the heat. Infrared radiation is not heat, is not heat rejection. The industry standard for heat rejection always has been total solar energy rejected because infrared radiation is only 48% of solar energy.
Okay.
Infrared radiation is what you feel on your skin when you're out in the sun. The
So
rest
what
of it
about
is
that heat meter?
radiation.
What about the heat box, the heat lamp thing? What's that?
Okay, all right. And here's the
Because
thing with the
everybody
heat
uses
box.
that. I'm
You
okay.
are right. Everybody's using it. That's a bullshit thing too. Because one,
Okay.
you're using an infrared bulb on an infrared projecting film.
Okay.
Why wouldn't it block all of it? Why wouldn't it block it out?
Okay.
That is not a good imitation of the sun. You want what you know what my heat box is? Is a piece of film in my hand and ask my customers to step outside when it's sunny. Here. That's what you're getting.
That's yeah. Now that you,
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
right. I mean, come
I've
on,
never seen that. Yep.
I do. We have to come together with this and Expel has started this crap. They actually posted. They had wall boards 5 or 6 years ago. I actually have 2. I bought them from somebody, from an Expel dealer. Anyway, they said boldface reject up to 98% of the heat.
Didn't they claim it was a marketing error or something after though? Like it was
Yeah,
like
they tried that shit. Yeah, that's what Mike Burke said. Said, oh, it must have been the media. Oh yeah, I said, well, Mike, why do all your sun stoppers have 98% heat rejection on their homepage, landing page, whatever you want to call it?
Oh yeah, that
We
was
didn't have
way
any
too
excuse that.
conveniently left there. Yeah.
Yeah, did you see that girl that was calling, she was hammering me, I mean, just, I'm a loser, I'm a piece of shit. Mike Burke called me a loser on.
I actually, the shit they were saying to you was so out of pocket for business owners. I did screenshot some of it because I'm like, I bet they delete this shit. It was so ridiculous, and look, it reflected so poorly upon them.
Thank
I
you.
was like, it
Yeah.
was wild. It was wild to see 2 professionals just attack somebody like this over like
Yeah,
something that's
yeah,
valid, like
Dean
very
Mitchell,
valid points.
Dean Mitchell and Casorla, and you know, and if anybody thinks for 1 minute that I take pleasure in calling out my colleagues, I know, man. I
Well,
don't.
right. What's right
I
is
don't.
right. Is wrong is wrong. But it's good to make sure you got your facts
I
together.
know that, and you know, it's, and then to think that people, okay, the head of a, they want to say all this shit like that, but what they didn't say is they didn't tell you that I donated almost $4,000 of tenders for a cause when my friend Billy Eiton got sick. And Billy lied too. Nobody ever told him he had 90 days to live, and I know that for a fact.
Damn.
And that's disheartening. You know, I helped Randy Humphreys when he did that little 6-man class down at his place. Remember that when Billy got sick last, when was it, April, I think, or February or something? I'm the one that called Scott. I'm the one that called Scott Davidson to get Mr. Davidson to donate rolls of PPF and stuff. I'm the one that called Bob Williams, the owner and CEO of Pro Tools now. Bob and I are very good friends. I called Bob. Bob was going to donate a bunch of tools. I bought the last ticket for $2,000 and and some people chipped in on that after I bought it, but.
Right.
And I let the Women of Film Revolution auction that off.
Wow.
They got $5,700 out of it from Brian, some guy, I can't remember his name. Super nice guy. You know, I let him auction that off. It's just, it's disheartening that a man who is the face of a nonprofit organization can sit there and belittle a person for what? For calling out truth and transparency? Really? Really? Are we? I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not a fucking superstar. I don't come on video a lot. I don't give a fuck about that video shit.
Right, but I mean, yeah, everybody should have a chance to be heard and say what they feel.
I'm a somebody in the industry. I'm a somebody just for as long as I've been in it, and I'm very good at what I do. My reputation is impeccable. My integrity speaks for itself. But I'm a somebody. I'm pretty sure I would have got a fucking email or something if it would be okay to lie to the customer. I'm pretty sure somebody would have sent me something. I didn't get a fucking memo. I didn't get an email, goddammit. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to call out every liar I see. I don't care. And until they change, I'll keep calling them out. And if they get upset about it, if that doesn't make me a popular person, well, you know what? I could care less, because as long as I know my grandmother and my dad are upstairs looking down on me smiling, and I'm good, bro.
And honestly, Michael, I can tell you, I've seen auto bond dealers do the same thing, claiming 98% IR. And I saw one of their film reps repost the guy's static post where he's claiming 98% heat rejection. I was like, bro, that's your guy. And he's like, I'm like, why would you repost that? He goes, well, I'm talking to him about it behind the scenes. I'm like, but you're behind the scenes, you're telling him that's not correct, but
that's not transparent, dude. That's bullshit.
Right. Yeah, but in public, you're just reposting the misinformation.
Yeah, that's not
how's that not fake? How's that not fake? That's like going to church and acting like you're living right, and then drinking, partying, whoring on the weekends.
I will tell you this. You know, Billy freaking Murray and I run Window Tenders United.
Okay, yeah, I'm part of that group.
Billy works for I'm on.
He's cool with
Billy Murray works for Autobahn.
I've heard good things about him from Jordan.
Billy is, yeah, exactly. Billy is probably one of the best people I know, man.
Yeah,
He's one of the best people I know.
Isn't he starting a new plotter? Not a plotter, but a software disruptive. Is that Billy Murray that does that?
Yeah, that's Autobahn. That's
All right.
Autobahn, and he's the director of that.
Cool.
And then Billy and I are also trying to get a council together. We got some things planned for Window Tenders United, and we're.
I seen that. I seen your post.
Yeah. But yeah, that shit was crazy. I could not believe people like Mitcho and Casorla, and then when Olazaba said that shit, I was like, okay, you know what? Check it out. I have never been that disrespected by anybody in this industry in my life. 36 years I've been in this industry, and
Damn.
I've never been disrespected.
But Michael,
like that.
you should also know, Michael, though, like a lot of, if I was watching the conversation and having those thoughts that it only reflected poorly on them, other people were watching that conversation and respecting you for it and noting how poorly it reflected on the other people. Like, it's just
I appreciate that, John.
yeah,
I
those that
appreciate
know,
Jeremy.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like unless you're part of that clique or whatever, like
Yeah. That Tenor Battles click, or like, Rick Tallman called me there, and we had an hour and a half conversation, and he was telling me he's pretty upset about some things that happened lately. And I was like, Rick, I told you this a long time ago, man. A lot of those people, all they want is their face on video.
That's the Window Film Revolution guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen his videos.
They want to be known, and they want that little click and all that. Well, you know what? That little click, and that just goes, it's just like the post I made the other day about the fake applauses and things like that at the WWE when they wanted to.
I was gonna ask you about that. That's okay, that's funny. That's
what
was it? What happened?
Right.
What happened?
That's exactly why I posted that. That's exactly what that was, because Carlos thinks he's an MC at WWE.
Bro, they all think they're superstars, and it's so dorky to me. And I'm like, guys, it's not that. It's just window tint. Like, I'm like, and the people that dedicate their life to that, I'm like, aren't you busy running your business? Like, I can never just take a fucking week to go. It's fantasy land. It's not real.
Yeah. And it's like, they say, oh, you must not be busy and this and that and this and that. Listen, anybody that knows me, I am at my shop 7 days a week.
Same.
I am here from 8, 9 in the morning to 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning every single day.
Same.
Right.
Every single day.
Let me play devil.
I got 3 puppies now. I got 3 little half German Shepherd, half Chow Chow pups, man. They're oh my God.
I don't have nothing against those little get-togethers. That's not something I may or may not go to. I don't know. But listen, it's like this. It's like if somebody runs a shop and they have a bunch of employees and they got free time, like that's their business. I'm a one-man shop, but there's some places that have like 6 or 7 employees and they just sit back and if they want to go to that thing, I'm like, that's their business.
Listen, I answer the phone. I do the window tinting. I handle the consultations. I do it all. I empty the trash. I clean the bathroom. I would not ask I wouldn't ask my people to do anything.
Not like, hey, if they have fun doing that, that's their business. It's like I don't think it's
real
super cool. I don't think it's weird. I think it's if you want to do it, I don't have see nothing wrong with people having a fun time. That's their business.
No, right, exactly. And I would like to go to them. I just was never into it. And the more I saw about it, that's not a contest.
As long as it's fair. Now, virtually, I don't know, but as long as it's fair. As long as they aren't getting bought.
There might be a little conflict of interest. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's not who the best window tinter is. The best window tinters don't even go to those competitions because they're too fucking busy sitting back making money. It's who the best tinter is that day. If you want to have a competition, here's what you do. You have a competition where you fucking tint 3, 4 cars in a day. And then the next day and the next day and the next day, like a 4 or 5 day where you tint multiple cars and trucks. That's a competition.
Right.
Not 1 or 2 windows and then move on to the next round. No.
Well, if they're saying who wins that, they're the best tinter in the world. You can't do that unless everybody's there. So if they're framing it as the best, we say this is the best person that was here. That's different. If they say they're the best person at this event, that's different than the best tinter in the world.
Here's the thing.
If they're doing it like that, I don't see a problem with that.
I bitched at Richard Glenn Jackson once a little while ago because when he came out of that other competition, he had told the lady, he was talking about his self-worth, and he had the audacity to say, he told the customer, look, before that competition, at one point during the competition, I was ranked #1 in the world.
By who?
No. Listen, you weren't ranked #1 in the world. Just the balls of you to say that. You had the highest score
At
at
that
the end of
event.
the first round in a tint competition put on by a fucking Facebook group.
Right.
That is
That's
a
yeah,
far
yeah.
cry from being ranked #1 in the world.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
hold my
yeah.
own competition and declare my own friends #1.
That's yeah, yeah.
That's
So
it,
it's like
brother.
watch
Based
what you
That's
on
it.
say.
Right there.
based on this, I say this little bit of dust is better than this little bit of dust. Jason, you're the best. Call
Yeah,
yourself
that's yeah,
#1
that's
in the
yeah.
world
And
forever.
did you see, I posted a picture, Marco Casorla, the last competition, he said, this is some of the best cuts I've seen. And there was this one that was all hacked at the corner. And I posted a picture of it and I said, that's the best you ever seen? Are you kidding me? And he says, sorry, but you can't change this outcome. Like, well, I wasn't trying
Bro,
to change. I
weird
wasn't.
responses, bro. Those guys are so weird when it comes to criticism. They literally cannot handle the like facts. You
It's
Hey,
present
disheartening,
facts.
man. It's just that's
what
why I like JC. I've been watching JC the last couple of days, man, and I was watching him, and I told Billy Murray, I was like, you know what? I said, I like JC because he's real, bro. He's real.
what
And the thing about it is, we have so many fake people.
we gotta fix that real quick.
You know what?
What did
Here's what I
hey,
say.
check this out, Michael. What did I say when you told me about how I cut out the brake lights earlier, Jeremy? When you said when you talk about something, your criticism of me about the cutting out the brake lights, what I say?
Oh, you said you needed to learn. You're like, I'm glad you brought that up. Like, I
Does
need
that
to change
cut-
that.
Yeah, I need to get better at it. I'm not
You
gonna
gotta,
Yep.
you gotta look at my videos on my Facebook page, and you see.
I love
where
criticism. The last thing I ever want to
I'm not bragging. I'm good at it though.
right.
You
I can
see
tell
there's a
someone's
video-
bragging out.
there's-
Yeah.
there's a
Just
video.
being confident in your
said-
abilities. I know what I'm good at. And I know what I'm not good at.
I know 36 years, 45,000 cars. You cannot. I hope I'm
Damn.
good at it. If I'm not, I better get another fucking job, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a video on there where you see me, I cut out a brake light, and when I fold it in half, it's symmetrical.
Damn.
both
Yeah, I
sides.
couldn't do that. Of course, I've just got 4 years in, but that's
What
impressive.
they say, even sun shines on a dog's ass. Once in a while. No, I'm good at that, man. I do
That's
that quite
impressive.
often, and sometimes I surprise
Because I
myself.
see it as a craft, an art.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
an art.
And cutting.
There's a difference. There is a difference between a learned skill and a raw God-given talent.
Yeah.
A learned skill is like playing notes on a guitar or being
Yeah.
able to draw shapes and shadows and that. The raw God-given talent is being able to take the notes you learn how to play on the guitar and to make a beautiful song.
I know a chick that painted
Yeah,
that.
like
She
that.
never went to
That's-
art school. She never went to art
Yeah.
school. She never got training,
raw
nothing.
God-given talent.
I
raw
reached out to her
God-given
today. Yeah, no
Exactly.
training. And with tint, some people are good at
Exactly.
certain things. Yeah, just like that reminded me of that. Some people
Exactly.
just
And
torn
the
like
other-
she was painting like that at
there's-
6 years old, bro. It's crazy.
Exactly.
And some people have those
there's
gifts.
There's one other thing that bothers me a great deal is one, not only the people lying about the heat rejection, but also all these 3, 4, 5-day 10 schools where they're saying, I'm not going to point.
Give me
I
$2
won't pick any-
grand.
I won't
You'll make
pick any
$100 grand a
names, but
year.
I won't
Yeah,
pick
I
any
don't like
names,
false
but I'll tell you,
promises.
I had a kid here who he come to me and said, I went to this 10 school in Georgia and da 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 da, and he said he paid $1,800 for 3 days. Well, here's what they didn't teach him. They didn't teach him how to do a fall away window. They didn't teach him how to shave. They didn't teach him how to wet shrink. They went straight to dry shrinking. No. They didn't teach him how to do a 3 or 4 piece back window on a pickup truck. Now, don't you fucking think that's something they ought to be teaching? What they taught him was this: how to buy their fucking film.
Oh
That's what they
man.
taught him how to do. How to buy
And
their film.
They give them a discount. If you since you went to 10 school, we'll give you 10% off forever.
And
they
nobody-
give them garbage film that beginner
And
should not be
That's
using.
sad,
Even
dude.
a
That's
veteran
sad.
can't
That's
use that film.
sad.
This is a quote that Window Film Magazine picked. I forget when they published it, but they seem to pick my quotes a lot. I must know a little bit of something, I think, not everything, but I said in the last 8, 9 years, the overall, because of social media, because of all these 3, 4, or 5 day, make $5,000 your first week, 10 schools. And because of a couple
Fuck,
clowns in our fucking industry, the
man.
overall quality of our
I don't even
installs
make
as a
that a week, and I've
collective
been doing
group,
this shit for 4 years. I don't make that in a week. I won't make that this week.
the overall quality of our installs as a collective group has drastically decreased along with the quality of our people.
Man,
And that's a fact. That's a fact.
how do we
And
fix it? You think a
until-
Tenders Union? How do we fix this, man? I care about the new guy getting fucking lied to and fucked over. How to get
That's
you
what I
seen
care about.
how to get
JC,
rich
that's-
online. You know what they do? Those little things. How to get rich online. Buy this ebook. They open it up, sell
That's
this
what-
same book that says how to get rich online. Do this. They sell to somebody that says how to get rich online. Just sell this to someone else.
that's
How to get rich
exactly what I
online.
did.
Sell this to someone else. There's nothing in it but says how to get rich online. Just sell this to someone else for $1.
The only thing,
It's by doing
only thing that I know at this point, the only thing that I know that's going to make any headway against these people, because here's the deal: all the 98 shit that I posted, all 7 posts, the hundreds of people that I called out with screenshots, the hundreds of people that I fucking
Got to
called
keep
on the
those
phone
receipts.
and
Gotta
asked them and said, "Bro, you're lying. Why are you lying? Come on, man, stop lying. Come on." I have called 10 times as many as what I posted. The only thing that I think we can do, last week I called 4 places in Charlotte.
Yeah.
One was the Sunstalkers, one was the Tent World, one was some other small shop, and one was another small shop. 3 Expel dealers, 1 Lumar dealer. Every fucking single one of them said 96% he rejected, 91%.
Hold up,
he
my
rejected.
cat just came back.
Every single one of them. And it's like JC, like cold calling. I've been cold calling for years, man. But I think the only thing that we're going to be able to do now is just
It starts like this. It starts small. Get more people involved. I
Calling out
like
the lies.
what you're doing with the join this window tenders union. That's a start. This one dude, I'm not going to say his name, but I disagree with him. He said, "Man, all that is people telling you how to wipe your ass." I said, "I don't know, man. At least somebody's trying." Chuck
What?
Boucher's about in his 60s. He said, "Man, I wish there was a window tenders union." He'll join it. I'll join. I don't give a fuck. We need to do something. I'm tired of these lies. Whether it's for people, it'll start
We
off
need
as
a
that.
counterbalance to like the
lies.
we needed some sort of like the OGs that keep it real versus like the
That's what we're
paid.
doing.
The fake shit.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
what-
let's
that's
be
what we're trying to do.
Yeah, there's this
That's what we're
monetary apparatus that we
That's
gotta
what
like
we're-
counterbalance with
That's
reality.
what we're trying to do. I can only see. Let me grab a lighter. I think the only thing we can do is I think we need to keep.
Telling the truth.
We need to keep calling out the liars.
The truth will always kill out a lie. Think about this. I don't know if you've seen it, Michael, but if Cat Williams didn't go on there and talk about P. Diddy, 13, 14-year-olds would still be getting molested at those parties because everybody was too scared.
Do you know who Bill? Do you guys know? You're right, JC. Do you know who Bill Burke is?
No, I'll look him up real quick.
Bill Burke.
Bill Burr, the comedian? Yeah.
No, Bill Burke.
No,
BURK.
I'll look him up real quick.
Bill Burke was the founder, pretty much, of the Window Film Hall of the International Window Film Association.
Okay.
Bill Burke was. If it would not be, you got to go.
No.
I got a customer here dropping off a car, but I'll say this.
All right.
People don't know his name, Bill Burke. Bill Burke is the reason why we have our jobs.
I'll put it on here right now. Bill Burke.
Founder of the IWFA. Bill Burke and Bob Williams, my friend Bob Williams, if it wasn't for those 2 guys, they would have done away with automotive window tinting and none of us would have jobs.
Really?
The kids don't even know these people. Yeah.
I looked up the history. It started in Hawaii, right? Window tint started in Hawaii, right?
No, sort of, kind of. It came from Asia over. But
well, I mean, the first window tint company, not like the where it was made, but like the business.
I'll tell you another gentleman who you need to call and talk. You know, down in Florida, Solar Graphics.
Okay.
They have all the colored window tint.
Oh.
They have all the colored. Richard Purdom. You call Richard Purdom and order a foot of green tint or purple, blue, whatever, yellow. And just shut up and grab a notepad and a pen and sit back and listen to him.
Huh.
That man is like an encyclopedia. He knows all. I mean, I love Mr. Purdom. He's great people. Him and his wife Sue. He's been in the industry for almost 50 years.
Damn.
He knows that yeah, he's brilliant, man. He knows, I mean, he knows so much technical data. Another gentleman is, if you don't, I recommend you get the book called The Philosopher and the Corporation.
All right.
It's by a gentleman.
And this
it's on
video, if
Amazon.
anybody wants to go back, or if you don't want to go back, this is on YouTube. Just look up JC Tint. So any books that or any names getting shouted out, if they ban my Facebook, it's still on YouTube. So all this whole thing.
Why would they ban your Facebook? I got my friend Damien White.
God knows, or if they ban me
down
on
in
a group, or
Australia.
so that's why, because
Yeah.
I got
JC and I have been banned from a couple groups.
the big one, the
JC
313
streams some
Tint group, the one
basketball
that's
games.
there's too much bullshit on there. There's too much fake shit. They're gonna
Yeah.
say, oh, they're hating.
Window Tinters United. We
I like
have no
that.
sponsor. We are, and I'll make sure of this. Billy Murray and I are dedicated. Our only loyalty is to the professional and people who have good moral fiber. If you have no integrity, don't come to the group, because we're gonna have a fucking problem.
Right.
Guaranteed.
Good.
You can't.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah, we have that. You have to be a person of good moral fiber if you want to stay in that group. Like, I didn't kick all these Tint World guys out when they jumped on me, just like Jeremy said, talking shit to me, attacking my personal character. Why? Because you're fucking lying on your website. But then in the back you say
That
you
makes
have integrity.
That makes them look bad. I'd let them dig their own hole. I'd let them keep talking shit, because people will see that. Why are you talking about who the man is? Address his points. Say that he's lying. Don't talk about it. Show facts why what he's saying is incorrect. That's what I want to see.
I'm like Dean Mitchell said, I was dissecting somebody's success. Well, I don't call lying the success. I call it fraud.
A truth will always kill out a lie.
Come at me like that. That little video of me tinting the windshield in the park. Some people were like, "Oh, you're just jealous. You didn't come up with these ideas." I'm like, no, it's not. It's none of that. Like, what I'm saying is, and attacking my character. It's the same. Like when they can't argue the facts, they just attack your character.
Yeah,
and
you can't disprove the truth.
It's a lot. That's called an ad hominem.
And people fall for that. They change the subject. Yep.
It's so easy to spot.
No, some people don't. Some people don't see it. They get sidetracked and they forgot what the whole point was.
Real shit.
Some people.
How many window tinters you know are black sheep of their family? How many you know have had a problem with drugs or crime, whatever?
Alcohol, felon.
We don't fit cocaine. We don't fit anywhere else out there.
Yeah.
But we all fit here together.
Tattoos. Yeah.
We all fit here together.
Yeah, that's why I call us family. Family.
How many people have you called, never talked to them before, and we're sitting here talking to like three friends that have known each other for fucking 20 years, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you done that?
Yep.
Okay, so why can't we come together? Why do these other people? Because you know why? Because they don't do it because they love it. They do it because of the fucking money. That's why. It's all the money to them. It ain't the money to us.
They'll never be happy, bro. It'll never be enough.
Smile. We like to see the smile on the customer's face. You know, that little grin when they're like, they get that little grin when they see their card. And then when they stand back and they say, you say, oh, no, you got to see from 30 feet away. And you walk across
Fuck all that, dude.
And then you turn around and then there's that big grin, man. And they give you a hug and they love you. Or like, how about this? How about Mrs. Jones comes down and gets you the Tinter Cadillac. And she's standing there talking to you as you're writing the warranty form out. And you know this lady don't want to leave because she has to go back to that empty house by herself because her husband just passed away at 60.
Damn, that's deep, dude.
Ago, and you just tinted the caddy that Mrs. Jones's husband bought her. It was the last thing he fucking bought her before he died.
Damn, that's deep, dude.
You made that woman's fucking day. And
I fuck with you, Michael.
How many times? That's what this is about. When she comes by on Sunday because she sees the garage door open and she drops off homemade rolls.
I don't give a steak dinner, a new car is not going to make you feel that good. That's a fact. A steak dinner, a new suit, a new car ain't going to make you feel that good, at least for me.
No. But having Mrs. Jones stand there and invite you to fucking some dinner or her daughter's wedding, she doesn't even know you, but she...
Dude, that's deep.
Yeah, right.
That's what it's about, bro.
Tell me about their grandbabies being born before they told other family members. They're
bro, that's what it's about, man.
Crazy stuff.
That's what this is about.
And the people who worry about the money, if they just would accept that, they'll be so much happier. I'm not saying they're miserable, but that's where the fucking joy comes out.
They're missing out. They're missing
bro,
out.
They think, they're mad because they're not rich. Bro, fuck the money.
That's them. And
You don't get
it
happier
might
with
be
more money. Science has proven it.
right, and it might be
After 100
easier for me
grand, you don't
because
get
I do
happier.
have money. I retired 11 years ago, and I came back in after Krista passed away. But
Right.
it got to the point. I'll tell you guys now because I don't think there's anybody watching, just us three. So I'll tell
Well,
you.
I mean, hold up. It's still recording. You want me to shut it off? I can if you want me
No,
to.
no, 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 no.
I just want you to know, yeah. If you're
We're
talking
being
about something
truthful, right?
private,
So
yeah,
here,
I'll shut it
I
off if you want to.
got so irritated one time with the shit. This is right after Carlos said all that shit, and they removed his post, and then he made another post the next day in the form of a children's story, almost calling me lying, Lawrence, and this and that, and
Prove you're
putting my
lying.
personal
Prove.
history out
That's
there.
what I'm saying. Sorry.
Well,
That's
but here's
crazy.
what he did. Here's what he did. He accused me of making false accusations and putting it on Facebook everywhere. But what he didn't tell anybody is he went back behind everybody's back and changed the title of the video, changed the title of the fucking video.
You got
He
proof of
went
all
back
this
and
because
that's a
people will say,
slimy,
yeah.
that's a slimy fucking dude there, bro, that did that shit. So when I see him, I'm going to give a whole new definition to the term tinner battles. I'm going to show you tinner battles, motherfucker.
Right.
I
There's
got something
people
for you.
like
And
there's
what are you
people.
gonna do? Hey,
Michael's
I'll
gonna
buy
backhand him with
commissary.
the red fusion.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll buy commissary for 6 months if they throw me in jail. I don't care. But you know what? Fuck that.
We don't want
commissary. I'll
that,
be
man. I
making
know you'll
skulls
feel
and
good, but
honey buns.
he'll win if you do that. He'll win if you do that.
If you'll win what? If I knock him down?
Yeah, he'll sue you. He'll fucking make you look like crazy.
Oh,
You'll
no.
win. You'll win by trust me. I
think
want to knock
you're
somebody
right. I
out too
know,
right now,
And
but they
talk
win
like
if
that.
I go to
I'm
jail.
like
They'll win.
I'm like my German Shepherd. My bark's worse than my bite, but if I bite you, you're getting stitches. But I got to the point. I was so upset at one point.
Right.
I wanted to post on there. I just wanted to post. You know what? All you people coming at me and talking to my parents. I got $2.1 million in the fucking bank in a bright red brand new Corvette. I don't give a fuck what you think about me or what you say. Fuck you.
Right.
That's what I want. But I can't because I didn't want to be throwing my cloud around or doing this or whatever. But there was a point in my life when I worked 10 years straight doing 6, 7 cars a day, every single fucking day. It's a very lonesome profession.
Hard grind. Yeah. For
It
real.
was for me anyway.
Right.
But I did that because I wanted to put back and retire. And then, I lost 4 family members in a year. And then the woman I was with for 8 years, we broke up because she decided she was going to shoot heroin behind my back. So we
Damn.
split up. Then I meet another woman. And by the time I fall madly in love with her, I find out she has a substance abuse problem. So for the next year and a half, I watch her destroy her life completely and go.
It's
from
easy to
abuse
hide that,
violent
isn't it?
woman.
It's easy to hide. I used to hide it. Nobody knew I did pills, Percocets. It's easy to hide. It's hard to see. You can't smell it. You can't fucking see it. It's hard to see. If they want to hide it, it's easy to hide.
I did. Man, listen, JC, it got to the point where I was going around knocking on people's doors being like, you know who I am? You sell Chris any more pills, and I'm going to have these 2 guys come back here and cave your fucking head in with a bat. Don't sell her. Well,
and it's sad it takes that. It's sad that it takes that.
It does. It does. And then to find out,
they'll find a way, bro.
I tried to get her here to Virginia, tried to get her away from the pills. At the last minute, she backed out, didn't want to come. So I left. A week later,
they got to decide that for themselves, sadly.
Yep, I know. But you know what? I said, I'm leaving. You coming? No. She calls me a week later. She says, I'm in love with you. Come get me. I said, all right. That was a Monday. I said, I'll be home Friday to get you.
Damn.
She couldn't even wait till Friday. She overdosed on Thursday night. So Friday. They found her Friday morning. How's that shit?
I'm sorry,
and then
man.
The whole time,
but it shows that you cared, man. But you did everything you can. It sounds like, bro.
But you know what? The whole time I'm thinking I was trying to save her. What if she saved me, bro? What if she saved me?
It's a good way to look at it. It's deep, man.
That's the only way I can look at it. I can't look at it in a way. And I may not have got to spend the rest of my life with her, but she got to spend the rest of her life with me.
There you go. Everything happens for a reason, good or bad. We have free will, but there's a bigger plan, I think, man. We don't understand it.
I think God's got a sick sense of humor sometime, but you know what? I know there's a man up there, and the integrity's doing the right thing when nobody's looking.
Hell yes.
Forget that the man's always looking, but
I'll say that
the man always looking. Worse than the man always looking. All your ancestors are up there gathered around watching over you too. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm more afraid of my fucking grandmother than I am the good
Oh,
Lord. If you met my
yes.
grandma, we'd be afraid of her too.
Man.
So,
And going to sleep
hey,
at night
listen.
knowing if you got over on somebody, do you sleep good? I believe in karma. How about
My
I rip
grandma,
somebody off today and I get in a car
How
crash
some people
tomorrow?
sleep at night, I don't know, bro.
Bro.
you know what? Because they are horrible people. It's just that their popularity hides that.
Man.
Which is
I used to be a
crazy.
real
It's crazy.
piece of
You
shit,
think it would
man.
expose it.
And a lot of bad shit happened to
I
me when I
know.
was a real piece of shit, man.
I know.
Bad
Listen,
shit.
I'm gonna let you guys go. It's 2
Yeah, it's
o'clock
about
in the
time. We all
morning.
probably need to wrap it up. It's
Hey,
2:30,
I
but I
love
could
you guys,
talk
man.
to y'all all night,
We're
man.
gonna have to do this again sometime.
I
Yeah,
love. I
bro.
can do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're a
man.
real one, Michael. It's good
All right.
chatting with you.
Hey, it's good meeting you,
Yeah,
brother.
you too, Jeremy.
Good
JC,
talking
it was
to
very
you, man.
pleasant to meet you. I texted you like 5 times and told you to call me, but you never
We'll
returned my call.
we'll talk tomorrow. Well,
I
today
was
we'll
hurting,
talk
dude. I'm
today.
telling you, I had to go in the bathroom and wipe the tears out of my eyes. You want to
Yeah.
call me, goddamn? I love you guys.
We'll
dude.
talk today,
Hey,
man. It's good
All right,
meeting
yeah,
you,
Michael.
Mike.
Love you,
call me
brother.
anytime, man. For real. You can call me anytime. We'll rap. You ever need anything,
I
call me.
respect
I'm
and I feel your
here.
authenticity, bro.
Man, I appreciate you, JC. You too. Jeremy,
All
you
right.
stay out of trouble. Behave, and I
Anytime,
love you
brother.
guys. All
All right,
right,
we're
You
gonna
too,
wrap
man.
this up.
Aloha. All right, bye
All
bye.
right, Michael.
See everybody. I'm out here. You out? You out, Jeremy?
I'm out. Yeah, it was good little pod.
Hell
Hey,
yeah,
Jay
bro.
Bird. Jay
Hell
Bird.
yeah.
No,
We
no,
out.
I'm
Hey,
here.
yes,
I was
he's
just
been
being
there the whole
quiet.
time.
Yeah, just being quiet.
Yeah, I
That's
feel like
crazy, bro.
dude wanted to, he wanted to talk, man, and I like listening to man. I like that
He
Michael
got a
dude.
lot of. That's a lot of
He's
like
so,
super
you know
OG
what you know what I
advice.
like. You know what I like. He's somebody that cares about the like we do and doesn't want everybody getting ripped off. Bro, cares
Yes.
about the customer and cares about
Because
and
he's made. He doesn't need anything. Like when you got money, you don't need to fucking profit off. You know, you don't got to rip
yeah.
people
Why
Right.
you want to
off.
burn
And
everybody? You know what I mean?
I
Why you
think
want to burn
even if
everybody?
you're
Get your family more shit.
even if you're broke, bro, I don't have a lot of money, but I still, that'll come, dude. I'll be
Yeah.
all right.
will.
Jesus wasn't rich.
well, the thing is, he like guys like him, like they've made a lot of money making an honest living and keeping
Yeah.
it real with people.
Yeah. And see,
So
I
it's
believe
possible. It's the
being
way.
rewarded. Yeah. Look at what happened to Job in the Bible. He lost everything, but you get tested sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Double.
Mhm.
He came back and got double.
And it's like, sometimes people just need to let stuff out. And at the end of the day, I like that he's trying to be part of the solution, not the problem. It could start with one guy, huh?
You know that Jesus was rich. He was so rich he didn't even care that Judas was stealing the money out of the bag. They always had money.
I'm going to look. That's
But here's
interesting.
look
I'm
at
not a
this.
biblical expert. There's a lot of stuff.
No. But look at this. Look at this. There's a point in this where it's not religious or anything. Jesus had access to use anything in the whole world, and whenever he was ministering, those women would follow him and fund all his ministry. He didn't even care what Judas was stealing from the bag. Look at this. That money was to feed the poor and to help people, and they had a lot of it with him all the time.
Right.
And he had people and check it out. He didn't work for that money. He had people donating all the time. So he was just a steward and a manager. And he just distributed. See, he was rich. Watch this. But here's the key to life that we're all figuring out. He didn't care about the money.
Yeah.
He cared about doing what was right, bro. And that's what everybody here is doing. And then the money follows, like you just said. So why would he need $1? My whole mindset is, why do I need money if I can go to your guys' house and go eat over there for free? I can borrow your car, you could borrow my car. We could share. Why do I need to be rich if I could use anything in the world? Because it's all God's, and I have brothers and sisters that we all share. Everybody's too greedy, and then like this whole group and this whole thing that you're saying, it's just people that aren't about the money, bro. And neither was Jesus.
Damn.
So it's not a big old religious deal, but
that makes sense.
This dude was never poor, bro. His dad owns the whole world, bro.
Have you ever seen?
He just wasn't focused on the money. So there's so much the money. The money follows. The money follows you. You don't follow. Man made the money. Money never made the man, bro. The money will just follow you, like you said.
You ever seen those guys that backpack across Europe with nothing but a backpack and they still get by and have a good time?
Boom.
They just like meet people and they'll stay at their house. They start to, bro, and they have a good time, dog. They're living out of their car, just happy as fuck. Just me going to meet people.
So look what I've learned.
Yes, I'll figure it out.
Look what I've learned in life at 48, bro. If I'm gonna let money make me happy, then if I have, like you were saying about 100,
figuring it out right now, dude.
I I have to have 50 grand to be happy. No. I started being happy when I had zero in the bank, bro. Because I'm not gonna let money run my life. And everything changed, bro. Everything changed.
They
Mhm.
say I got it confused. I thought it was money's the root of all evil. No, it's the love
The
of money.
love
The love. A
of
lot. And
money that's
I
real
look.
well.
You got to pay the bills at the end of the day, but the obsession with
Yeah.
more and more. Look at Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. I
There
use
you
this as
go.
an example. He's so insecure, he
So,
lies about how good he is at video games. He has someone else who found out, someone else
mhm.
using his account, and he lied and act like it was really him. Why? You don't have to brag about. You don't have to, dude. You're cool enough already. You got to go that far. Think about why. So it's like it's never enough. Well, that's your obsession. More.
And
It's like I just
and
want to
then
pay the
look at
bills.
what you that no, that's pretty neat what you said there, because it's about a fucking video game to fit in with the world, bro.
Yes,
It doesn't even have to do with $1. He's still
and that's
trying
the
to get in
richest
there.
man ever.
So so the whole deal about it is like this whole group of people. We're actually getting sick of people getting ripped off. And imagine
Yes.
Luke and all these guys getting ripped off and rip off from Max Bell and
Misled.
getting
Yeah, especially when you get to know some of these new guys. Yeah.
$1,000 ceramic rolls, like you were saying, all that, and
And they think
said it's
they
the
need to
best.
buy
And then
that. They think that's
yeah,
the. I
and
have to
then
buy Lumar. I have to. No, you
Imagine,
don't.
imagine this. You're
Go
a
for
new
it.
tinner. You paid for tint school. You're buying a $6,000 plotter, $1,200 for
Mm-hmm.
ceramic rolls.
Mm-hmm.
All like, and you're like, I can't make any money. Like, no shit,
Mm-hmm.
bro. You didn't need
I
any.
just
Mhm.
got promised that I would
$4,000
make
ping pong
$5,000 my
table.
first month.
Mm-hmm.
God,
Mhm.
that's I won't.
So
Do you think
like
people just quit because they
Lauren,
think
like
they couldn't do it?
That's what I
like
want to
Lawrence.
stop. That right there. Someone
There
that
you
was
go.
going to
So
end up.
Lawrence,
Yeah.
like Michael Lawrence, I know he called me on the personal number. He's on this side. He called
I
me
like that.
from he called me from where I don't know where he's at, but he called me. We were talking, and he's called me 1276, and that's why I got off. And he's like, "Get me on." And I have him. I could have sent him a link forward him on the Google Meet like you did, because I have him on Messenger too. But
Yeah.
that's why I let him on, because he knows his shit, and he calls
Yeah.
out these
I can
these
tell his
liars
authenticity, dude.
and these. And what's funny, he's the dude that said he'll have. It's funny. He's the one that said he'll have that windshield on before you're playing with the Sharpie.
Yeah, no, he could have been joking, but maybe he can. He might have been joking with me. He might be able to.
Knowing him.
Like I
because
said,
he's been doing it for.
like I said, I didn't know
40
about the
years
Sharpie
doing
method
it.
until you told me, Jay Bird. He might know a trick I don't know. I'm open to everything. He might have been like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I was just messing with you." I would laugh about it, but maybe he really does know.
Or he
I
might
want to
just
find out.
Wizard that shit.
That's what I'm
You know?
saying. Like I'm like, I don't believe you unless you tell me. But I'm open to be proven wrong. That's the thing. I like to be proven wrong because then you learn something new.
Yeah.
That's what's cool.
Yeah, you could try it.
Yes, it's like show me. Let's share it to the world. We'll make everybody faster.
It's not a loss, right?
Hell no, that's a game.
If you're proven wrong, that's a loss. But if you're smart, like
That's
all
good.
your losses in life, is
That's
good.
good.
You learn
If-
something from it.
Yes, show me the
I don't-
secret.
I
I'm not
love-
mad
I
if you
take
do. I'm not going to
losses.
fucking argue with you. I'll be like,
Hey,
thank God I
I
knew
don't know
better
about
way.
you. I don't know about you guys, but I think if we build our own group and like honest window tinners or whatever, like I
Something.
think that they'll evolve to us, and I think that I'm not worried about numbers or money, but I think we'll be one of the biggest groups, bro, because look at how many people are
Counterweight to the bullshit.
Yeah, whoever
and
starts
look
it.
at how
I
many
just,
people-
yeah.
Look at
But
look at
so-
JC. Everybody's watching JC, whether it's good or bad. Even Michael Lawrence, and everybody's like, this guy's a real motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I'm getting at is like I have this in my head because they have like window tuners, but you're like, oh, these guys banned me. Oh, these guys, man, or name it banned window tuners, and it's like we're the banned window tuners. I got
Or
it right there,
something.
banned.
There could be
in USA,
100
dude.
groups, right? I just started the Batman thing, but anybody can start one. But I think there should be like the union
but the whole
thing.
group is
like
the whole
honest
group is
union.
focused on helping people, bro.
Yes.
Is being honest. So it's like remember banned in USA 2 Live Crew.
We gotta go sleep soon.
We're the band window tinners, and you just stand for truth and
Right.
honesty, bro. And I'll tell you one thing, that'll all grow big. I mean
I think so. And the only thing
who's not gonna gravitate to people helping them for free and doing the right thing, bro? Come on.
right. And my thing is to help
Word
people
of
save
mouth,
money,
word of
call
mouth.
out the bullshit and be honest, dude.
Yeah.
It's not about
Yeah.
popularity. That'll come with it when people see it. Like that whole other group is, I don't
And
know
we'll
if
make
it's
them
bad.
laugh a little bit too.
That too,
you know?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Instead of being so
Comedy helps.
uptight and fucking if somebody talks shit about how my fucking table's all jacked up, I need a jacket higher. You're right.
That's
We'll laugh
why.
about it,
That's
man.
why their shit is so unwatchable and so cringy. Is because they're so fucking sensitive. They can't make real jokes. Their jokes are fucking soft, and that's why they suck,
God,
bro.
that makes me want
Like, I
to,
can't even
bro.
laugh at this. It's because you got to tiptoe everywhere. You might hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they can't even be funny.
I like when people clown on me. Like that's when I put that wig on. Like I didn't know if he was gonna get pissed off or not, but I respected him, dude. I love joking with my buddies, my best friends. We just joke. Like I joke about fucking what you call it.
He's
Is
all, are you
the white
making
boy.
fun of me? Are you making fun of me, bro?
Every
He's like,
fucking
"Man,
chance I get, and you better joke on me too. You better tell me about how big my forehead is and how I'm a white boy.
Hey, he wanted to get on. He's like, he called me on a personal number, not even on Messenger, bro.
Yeah, I like
And-
him,
and
dude.
he's
I
like-
like his vibe. I could be totally wrong about him, but I'm right a lot.
No,
when
no,
it comes
he's
to
OG.
He's
He's
cool,
OG.
eh?
I've been watching him for a while. He's OG
He's
for
cool.
sure.
right,
He's cool,
Yeah.
and he calls their shit out. You know?
I respect someone, but if you call somebody shit out, you better be squeaky clean, dude.
He knows his shit, though. He knows his shit.
No, he does. I've been following his business page for a while. He's got a nice shop. He really does all the fucking all of the sheriff's department.
What I- right. I'm not talking about
you know
that.
how you know how cool he is. He came back to get in the game and all that, and he's gonna give away his business to his employees, bro.
Damn, that's
Wow.
nice.
He doesn't need the money.
That's
Right.
really fucked.
All right, well,
That's
we gotta go
real.
sleep, dude. We gotta go sleep.
All
I got
right.
10 o'clock in 6 hours or something.
All right, bro.
Same,
Okay.
dude.
All
I gotta
right.
get my shop in 6.5.
Somebody's got to
All right.
fucking. It's like talking on the phone with grandma. That's how we. Somebody's got to say we got to. Somebody's got to hang
Later,
up.
guys.
All right, see
Good night.
y'all. Peace.
Later.
All right, later, fellas.
All right, very good. All right, let me cut this on. Can I cut my camera on? Let's see. Oh shit, it's covered up. Good night. Camera's all weird looking. Good night, everybody. Whoever's watched, whoever's watching, or whoever will watch.